All right, welcome into Before Floor, an extension of 5 on the Floor here on the 5 Reasons Sports YouTube channel. Thanks to our sponsors, Biscayne Bay Brewing, the official beer of the 5 Reasons Sports Network and of the Miami Marlins. You can also find it here at FTX Arena, the 100 level and the 300 level. Got the Tropical Bay IPA, Pastime Pilsner, the Marlins Lager, and all of the other great beers from Biscayne Bay Brewing. You can also find it at many local restaurants in town as well as many local supermarkets. BiscayneBayBrewing.com is the place that you can go to see where else you can get it. Also, check out our friend Mark Brown, MarcBrownPA.com, the man with the plan. He's based in North Lauderdale, just north of Cypress Creek off of Andrews. He can help you with an estate plan, go over everything that you have, and figure out where you want to get it to. The forms are easy to fill out with his assistance. He doesn't charge you a whole lot, and it's 954-566-5678. Again, if you're young with a family especially, which we know a lot of our viewers are, you got to go ahead and do this now. Don't wait, okay, until too late, actually. MarcBrownPA.com, MarcBrownPA.com. He's also got a title company right there in-house. He can help you divest your real estate. All right, here's who we got tonight. Smaller crew. Greg's not here. We do have Ramlakan. You can follow 3B's Combo. Jonathan Ramlakan up there in the right corner. Park some way. I don't know. Are you at a Sonic? Are you at a Checkers? Where are you at?
He's muted. You're muted.
Oh, I'm at the gym. I'm at the gym.
He's at the gym.
You're at the gym. We've got our producer, Alejandro Villegas. And we've got somewhere about 50 feet from me, Brady Hawk, behind the other curtain. Let's get to it tonight. Game 2, Sixers, Heat up 1-0. A little dicey in terms of falling behind and having a 1-point deficit at halftime, but pulled away in the third quarter and actually was able to rest everybody in the fourth. Let's go through it, Brady. Who's in, who's out?
Yeah, everything stays the same. Kyle Lowry's the only one that stays out. Jimmy Butler wasn't at practice yesterday with excused absence. He's here. The only thing I expect to change is possibly the rotation a little bit. The only thing I could see changing in this game is maybe a little less Dwayne Dedmon, at least for a half. I feel like they may go small at one point. I don't think this is a point where Duncan Robinson doesn't play the entire series. I think there's a spot for him in this series, and it's going to be for a half. And I think it could potentially be tonight, but it just it comes down to Doc Rivers was just talking about the back and forth with the zone and how it works. So they potentially could keep going to it. The only way you beat a zone, get to the middle, and you got to shoot the ball at a high level. Going smaller and putting more shooters out there, I think, is the way.
Jonathan, all the conversation nationally is about James Harden because, as I always say, nobody knows how to talk about this Heat team and they don't care to learn. So that's pretty much all that was going on today was, are we going to get the Houston Harden? I don't know why people think we're going to get the Houston Harden again. But I do think he's going to shoot more tonight. I went over on Prize Picks. Again, use the code 5, FIVE, get your initial deposit match up to $100. But I went over on Prize Picks because I just think there's so much pressure on him now to do something that I just feel like he's going to be more aggressive tonight, even if he might not be efficient. Should we anticipate that?
Yeah, I think so. I think, 12 or 13 shots that he put up last game. I don't think that there's any way we see that same volume of shots coming from James Harden. Without Joel Embiid, he's going to have to be the guy. Last game, it was Tobias Harris doing a phenomenal job stepping up on the scoring column. But James Harden didn't necessarily step up. And we've seen that from this Heat team, right? We cut off the head of the snake, and then we allow whoever else to beat us. So we might see more shot attempts from James Harden, but I still will expect him to be rather inefficient. I think the Heat team is going to throw doubles at him. I think they're going to throw different defensive schemes at him. Nobody else beat him than James Harden. So, yes, I do expect him to shoot more. The numbers naturally will go up because of that, but I don't expect the efficiency to be there.
You're muted now.
I was going to say the Riddler showed up, but it was actually Tony Schwartz, NBA. So Tony joins us tonight. I'll pivot. We've just talked a little Harden so far. The other story tonight, Tyler Hero is going to get a Sixth Man of the Year award right before the game starts. And, we saw the breakout in Game 1, Tony. First round series, you could be argued he was their least effective rotation player. He just didn't give them a whole lot. But gave them more in that game. And I feel like now this is a takeoff point for him. I'm not expecting, especially against this team, we've talked about it a lot, this team plays to his strengths in terms of the way that they play defense. I don't think we're going back to first-round Hero tonight. I think we're going to get another strong game.
Yeah, and I think that sometimes people forget the kind of wings that Atlanta had. They have a lot of length, and DeLon Wright is a hell of a defender. He's not playing the same kind of coverages. This is his series. It plays to all of his strong suits. There's no reason that he regresses. I think that Tyler has opportunities to score 18, 20, 25 points every single game this series. There's no reason why I would bet against it.
I want to
You're
pivot here.
muted. There you go.
I want to pivot here to Jimmy Brady, because you said before the series, and we said Tyler Hero series, and you said but it's always kind of a Jimmy Butler series. In all these situations, he did not look to me. And we talked about this on 5 on the floor after game 1. I don't know. He didn't look spry in game 1. Like for a guy who'd had a little bit of time off, I don't know if the knee was bothering him, but we didn't see kind of the aggressive attacks from him, and also he was definitely playing below the rim. And you've talked about that. We can tell when he has his legs under him. So I don't know if 48 hours is going to make a difference, but I would think he'd be better in game 2.
Yeah, the funny thing is he pretty much had his legs under him early in the game. Like, if you think back, the one thing I said is that the jumper could kind of shift things for him. Early in that game, he knocked down 3 jumpers. He had 2 when the guy went under the screen. He had the mid-range pull-up, and he had 1 3. After that, everything seemed to collapse, and he was kind of getting to the rim. Everything was out of pace. I don't know about, I don't like talking about personal stuff, but not going to practice or excused absence. Maybe there was something there that he kind of just gave the keys in that fourth quarter to Tyler and Bam. Now maybe he's back on track because now he's here. I think this is still a series for him. Like, I could see us saying stuff about maybe Milwaukee because they have guys around the rim that are going to be waiting there, weak side, drop, everything that could kind of slow him down. This is not a team without Joel Embiid that could slow him down. Like, they're still able to hunt Tyrese Maxey. He's still able to get to the rim because they're going to have to go smaller. As much as Doc keeps saying that they have to go to DeAndre Jordan, we're going to see smaller lineups. Jimmy's going to be able to do what he wants to do. And I think this also feeds into the key of this game, which I think the key of this game is shooting. Like, they're going to have to shoot the ball from the outside a ton. One of the major reasons I think the adjustment from Philly is going to be they're not going to let Hero and Bam just pick them apart in a pick and roll this game. But what they're going to do is they're going to pull down from those corners, and it's going to come down to sprays. And it comes down to Tyler making those sprays, and it comes down to Jimmy making those kicks. So if they shoot the ball and Jimmy and Tyler are able to get to the rim, that's kind of the ultimate for this team.
All right, let's pivot around here with some quick answers. Jonathan, when is the first time you would play Kyle Lowry in this series?
If the Heat lose 2 games in a row, the Heat lose 2 games in a row.
Really? Okay. I was going to say 1. That was where I was going with this one, but see how that goes. All right, let's go to you on this, Tony. DeAndre Jordan, is Doc Rivers serious?
He's not serious. Paul Reed's the only person that they can play at the level of the screen. He's the only one that gives them versatility. That man is not serious. They would not be playing a lot of DeAndre Jordan. There's no way.
All right, Brady, on this one, Gabe Vincent, first half last game 1, second half better. I mean, as long as Lowry's out, we think he's playable as a starter in the series to be consistent.
Yeah, I do, because I don't think there's another option to really go with to plug Kyle Lowry anyway. Like, I think he's done a fine job. I think he gets them into their actions when they need. He can still be a drop killer if they want to put DeAndre Jordan in there. But I think he does enough that, you could say Oladipo one-on-one player-wise, you can make the comparison between the two. But he doesn't fill Kyle Lowry's role like Gabe Vincent does. It is what it is at this stage. And I still feel like he did a good enough job defensively that we can look at numbers offensively all we want, that he did a good enough job when he switched on to Harden. He does a good enough job on Tyrese Maxey that I feel like it is what it is. Like, he's going to play, and I think it's going to be hard to even take him out the rotation when Kyle does return.
Jonathan, the Hero, Butler, Oladipo lineup, which I've been tweeting a lot about, is that worth experimenting with, in your view?
Yeah, I think if there are times where if you need that extra ball handling and you just need somebody extra to handle the ball, I think that's a lineup that can work. I think last game was one of the better games that we saw. Just a little chemistry from Oladipo and Hero. We saw a little drive and kick action from Oladipo to Tyler Hero, and we didn't necessarily see that quite as much earlier in the season when they had that chemistry issue. So I think that is a lineup you can explore because you have 2 good defenders, you have 3 capable ball handlers. If Oladipo can translate, his explosion and driving and creating, mismatches by drawing 2 people in and kicking that ball out, I feel like you have a viable option there. But that's all up to Oladipo becoming a good cog instead of just a good individual player.
All right, let's do some over-unders tonight, not on Prize Picks, but real quick. Duncan Robinson, over-under 10 minutes tonight. Tony?
Under. I'm not playing him in this series.
All right, I will give you a prize pick here. Brady.
I got one, too.
Jimmy Butler, over 21.5 points.
I'm going to say under. I still think this is a Tyler game. I think this is a Bam game. It just feeds into them 2 right now. I think it's going to be a Jimmy game. I'd go over in Philly But right now, I think I'm going with shooters and Tyler and Bam.
All right, let's go to you on this. Max Strus, over or under 9.5 points today. Jonathan.
I'm going to say over. I mean, he could do that in like 30 seconds. So, I'm going to say over on that.
All right, that's true. All right, let's just get to the picks. Let's just do this. Go to prizepicks.com. Use the code 5, FIVE. Tony, look, we know Embiid may or may not. I mean, we know nothing really because we got like 12 different reports on what's going to happen in Game 3. But it would seem more likely that he returns to a series that is competitive than one that is not. Okay, usually it's the other way around. Like we're saying with Lowry, you don't play Lowry until you have to, right? But it feels like with Embiid, if they're down 2-0, I feel like they may just let the thing go and not have him risk it, right? But if it's a 1-1 series, then it becomes, okay, we can still win this thing. I mean, do you view it that way?
And if it was just the orbital or just the UCL, okay, but he has both of those injuries lingering. He's going to need surgery on maybe both of them after the offseason. If this goes back to Philly 2-0, I think there's a realistic chance we don't see Joel this series. If he's 75% of himself and he's a drop defender, we're just going to kill them defensively anyway. So, yeah, I think this might be it for Joel. If he does come back and they're down 3-0, man, that's great, but I don't think that they should put the player out there and risk him that way.
Well, Doc only plays them when you're up 29. Jonathan,
Correct,
pick tonight?
Yeah, I'm taking Miami. I think we saw a really good recipe for success with the Tyler Hero, Bam Adebayo pick and roll. We didn't even need Jimmy in that fourth quarter of the last game. Once the defensive intensity picked up and we adjusted to what's going on, I think we did a really good job. I think the main key tonight is just how we're going to attack that zone. I think we averaged 0.65 points per possession on that zone. We're going to have to do a much better job of that. Like Brady said, get to the middle of the zone, hit out the shooters, and make those right passes.
Brady, tonight?
Yeah, I think that he handled this one as well. Like I said, I think the biggest thing, they haven't shot really that well overall from three that great in this playoffs in general, that I think this is the game they really do. Like I said, I think this Philly adjustment is that they're going to be pulling over a lot on the drivers like Tyler. They're going to be able to kick it. I said before this game, I think this is a Max Strus game. Like it feels like not only because of the shooting, I would go over on that 9.5, by the way, but he's a release valve shooter. Like Duncan's a guy that you could attack and drop and give the handoffs to. Max is the guy, the perfect drive and kick guy, because he can just get the ball in his shooting pocket and he's going to let it go no matter who's there for a contest. I think this is his type of game. And like Jonathan said, I think what I'm watching is the zone, because it's funny enough, Eric Spoelstra kind of mentioned it in the pregame where he was like, if I was Philly, I wouldn't go away from it because it's working. The way he hinted at that was almost like please go to zone again because we have an adjustment this time. And I just feel like they're going to be ready for that. That game one thing was I think it was good for them to be able to go through that and be able to adjust to his zone.
Tony?
Yeah, Doc's an old school coach. He's going to look at 38% offensive rebounding rate for Miami and want to shut that down as well. But there's two things you focus on. You have to limit the points off of turnovers. You have to limit the points in transition. We got hit too many times that way, and just continue doing the things we were doing last game: 47 to 37 rebounds, 31 to 21 bench scoring. You continue to do that and then make some shots tonight. It's a win for Miami.
Yeah, I think Miami wins tonight, and I think they cover again. I think the number is 8. By the way, we have a new partnership with Better Edge, so everybody check that out. You'll be hearing a lot about that in the next few days. That's Better Edge with an O in it, Better Edge. And we'll give you more details, so make sure you check out our channels. I do think the Heat win tonight. Philadelphia will be a different story. They're going to drop one of those two for sure, I think, even without Embiid. They're not sweeping this thing, but I do think that they win tonight. Thanks, Alondra, for producing. Stick around with him. We had a huge viewership here for in-game last time, so make sure you check that out. Lots of new stuff on the channel as well. If you want a preview in Spanish, we've got that. We got Prize Picks on 5 is up there as ready as well. Also, Dono Daly was on earlier today, so check that out. Pace and Space at halftime, Post Up 5R after the game, and also 5 on the floor after the game. Greg will be hosting that one with Alex, I believe. Have a good night, everybody.
Tyler, 18 and
All right.
a half, pound the over.
There you go. So if you go to prizepicks.com, Tyler is over 18, according to our friend Tony Schwartz. So let's go ahead and listen to Eric Spoelstra and his pregame press conference before Game 2 of the
they go
series.
smaller or might go smaller. How comfortable or maybe moving another direction instead are you with Dwayne Dedman playing against smaller lineups?
Yeah, it's not like he hasn't seen it before. I'm sure they're going to try to have some more space out there for guys to operate. We've seen that over the course of the season. Wayne is very versatile, but he also gives us that size, so they have to deal with him on the other side. And then we also have some smaller lineups that we can go to as well. See how it plays out.
Eric, just curious, like when you go up against a guy like Tyrese Maxey, what do you really kind of key in on when you go to defend a guy like him?
Yeah, you have a lot of tendencies and game plan stuff, but speed is unique. That it's one thing to watch on film and then go through it and then experience it is different. And he's just gained a lot of confidence. So his ability to get in the paint, break your defense down, that's something we have to contain.
No one expected Uncle was that moment yesterday in practice.
Yeah, it was a cool moment. And there's no better guy than UD to be able to present that, to Tyler. What he said, I thought was just, perfect. It does take sacrifice. It does take, willingness to, be a part of something bigger, than that, and all the things, as a new father and all of that. I think UD just captured it, way better than I could. But I think, Tyler is about the right things. He has such an incredible work ethic. He's ambitious. He is, one of the young stars in this league, and he's been able to quiet all the noise and just sacrifice and do what we felt was best for the group. And it really translated to success and winning. That's what it's all about. That's what Tyler's about. But when you're driving those kind of things where it's about winning and it's about playing for something bigger than yourselves, it also is nice to be rewarded for something individual like that. Just being acknowledged for how well he's played this year.
You got 17 corner threes up in game one. Your shot making aside, how do you feel like the offense floating into the zone in particular?
Well, it was disjointed, in that second quarter. I thought we were a little bit more decisive in the second half, but we'll see. If I was watching that second quarter, I'd play zone as well. So hopefully we're more prepared for it. We have seen zone quite a bit, and we'll just have to, execute and be assertive. I think both teams thought they missed open looks. That also can change the context of things. You knock down, a few shots. I know our guys are saying that, but I know their guys are saying that. So, let's find out.
All right, Coach. Thank you.
Thank you.
All right, that was Eric Spoelstra talking about tonight's matchup. For our friend Christopher that was asking how does Space and Spaces works. They go live on Twitter. So if you're familiar with the Twitter Spaces, new type of content consuming product on Twitter, you can go ahead and listen to them. We're gonna have it here also because I put the audio in the halftime. So, but if you're not here or around the computer, you can do it on Twitter on your phone or whatever you check Twitter, and you can listen to that Twitter Spaces. So that's on Twitter Spaces, and it's gonna be here because we're gonna be doing a hangout like we did for game one of the series. All right, thank you to Star Fox, Kryptonite, Michelle. Who else is around here? Christopher, Chicos, Rome, all of you guys that are leaving your comments here. Remember to give it a like, give it a thumbs up, please. Leave your comment, and if you haven't done so, please subscribe. We already got to the 18,000 subscribers. Now our next goal, 19,000. Let's see if we can get to it by the end of the playoffs. All right, let's continue with our pregame coverage. And now Doc Rivers talking about look at that. Alejandro, what's up, man? How you doing? Let's go and listen to Doc Rivers now talking about
what I'd be cutting, but hey, Eric. You gonna ask a question today? No, I really don't. No, ask away anything.
Doc, Eric was just talking about small lineups and how when Devin doesn't play, if you go small, how easy is it to flip that switch when both teams basically rely so heavily on their big men when everyone is healthy? Is it just button B and you go, or what's that process like?
Well, we don't have a big man, right now. So they do. So they have probably more options. Obviously, they can go big, they can go small. We have what we have because of without Joel. So ours is more just trying to create a lineup that gives us an advantage for us. That's what we see. That's why we did it the other night. That's why we'll probably do it tonight, and hopefully it gives us an advantage.
And then the other switch that sort of flipped is the zone defense.
Yeah.
They went to effective 4 guys miss shots.
Yeah.
When you watch your team play zone, and it does tend to give up maybe a few more open shots, what's that like? I mean, do you just live with it?
Yeah, you do. Part of the reason you play zone is to upset rhythm. Take a team out of what they do well. We did it against Toronto, and it took them out of Siakam they stop isoing because you're in a zone. With Miami, they don't get to run all their elbow action as much. They have to run more zone offense. So that's why you do it. The other reason you do it, if they're scoring every time on your man, why not? That's why both of us probably do it more than the other one.
Doc, you mentioned after game 1 the physicality of the Heat bothering your team a little bit. Where did you see that physicality come out? Like, how did that manifest?
I thought it was throughout. I just thought everything they did, if it was a boxing match, we were the counter punchers and we didn't counter a lot. That's how I felt, if we're doing, talking in boxing terms. So I thought their pressure, the full court pressure bothered us. I thought their physicality at the rim on rebounds bothered us. I thought just catching the ball in our spots, they were just the more physical team. They hit first the entire game. And it's tough to play that way if the other team is, hitting first on everything. So we obviously have to do better there. It felt like it, for whatever reason, caught us by surprise almost, like we didn't know it was coming. I don't know why we wouldn't know, but that's how it felt. Of course we knew, we just didn't handle it very well. Is that rain? Jesus. I was going to leave. No, that's true. I've been through it before.
What's the mind trick too when you're down 1-0 and you see correctable things?
Yeah.
Just do things better. No one has to come out and be Superman.
Exactly. It's so.
Do you understand that even at this level?
Yeah, I think our guys understand that. It's so like all the adjustments and all that's so overblown. It really is, and all over. You watch things. You watch game 1 in Milwaukee and Boston. Boston's done. That's all you heard. That's just the nature of the playoffs. The playoffs are a very emotional beast. And the overreaction, not just outward, but even inward, happens all over the place. And so your job is to keep your guys steady, keep them understanding what they should do, keep them understanding what's good for our team. And there's no Superman. There are a few, but overall, you got to play your best game and do all your jobs the best. If you do that, you have a chance to win.
I'm sure you saw the Gary Payton, Dylan Brooks.
Yeah.
And then Steve afterward talked about the code.
Yeah.
Like the hard foul now, there's no layups rule. It's different now than it was 30 years ago.
Yeah.
But do you think there's an understanding of whatever the code still is?
I do think there was a player early in the year. I think it was Steph involved in that one. Someone dove at his legs, and there are things. Anything from behind is very dangerous. I will say this: Dylan Brooks is a competitive dude, and that was. I didn't like saying that. I know his intent wasn't to hurt anybody. Sometimes I think guys, they do. We get carried away. I've been guilty of that as a player. I'm sure. Don't go find film, please. It happens. It's such a reactive game. I mean, you have a second to react. You're chasing a guy down. You're trying to, and so plays like that happen. You don't like them, especially the wind up, the hit. It looked bad. It really did, and we don't need that in our game. But the physicality is never going to leave our game either. There's going to be times when a collision happens and someone gets hurt, but no one intended to get hurt. And I'm hoping that's what we saw last night. Thank you, guys.
All right, that was Doc Rivers talking about tonight's matchup. What's up, Lex, Twisted Tapioca? That's our friend Tony. Star Fox, Philly fan, thank you. The greater good. Remember, if you haven't done so, please subscribe to our YouTube channel. We're gonna be staying here during the game. We're gonna do a hangout in this same link, so don't leave. Stay here with us all throughout the game. Watch a game where you have to watch it. TNT, they have the game tonight, but you can stay here, chill with us, leave your comments, talk to me, and we'll have fun together. All right, not right now. As we prepare to get to that game, we still have about half an hour. So what we're gonna do, we're gonna listen to the episode the guys from 5 on the Floor did on the first game of the series, game 1. Great games by Tyler Hero, 25 points, and Bam Adebayo, 24 points. Thank you very much to all of you here, and we'll be back to read some of you guys' comments and start getting ready for tonight's game, game 2 of the series, Miami Heat facing the Philadelphia 76ers. Here we go. Now, 5 on the Floor.
Welcome to the latest episode of 5 on the Floor on the 5 Reasons Sports Network. Thanks for joining us on your favorite podcast app. We're on Podbean, Spotify, Google Podcasts, Apple Podcasts. We're also on Dash Radio on their Nothing But Net channel every single weeknight at 7 p.m. Also, check out 5 Reasons YouTube. We went over 18,000 subscribers tonight. I think we had 8 Heat streams at some point, so you got to make sure that you're checking that out. Hit the subscribe button and hit the like button. Also, post up 5R as soon as the game ends. So if you catch this, switch over there and you can still catch that or catch the replay. Also, 5reasonsports.com. Spell that one out. Again, that's 5reasonsports.com for the latest takeaways from Brady Hawk and others. Full preview of the Panthers Capital series from Alex Baumgartner is on there as well. We do not have a paywall. And check out the great sponsors of the 5 Reasons Sports Network. That includes our friends over at prizepicks.com, the official fantasy sponsor of the 5 Reasons Sports Network. Make sure you're using the code 5, F-I-V-E. If you've been watching us before the game tonight, Prize Picks on 5, you would have gone over on Gabe Vincent. You would have won. You would have gone over on PJ Tucker in terms of his points in the first half. You would have won. So you should be signed up using the code 5, F-I-V-E. Get your bonus, your initial deposit matched up to $100. You don't have to play it all at once, like I said. And if you follow us, you may even win again. So check it out with the code 5, F-I-V. And now from FTX Arena, about 20 minutes after the Miami Heat win game 1 against the Philadelphia 76ers, here's tonight's episode.
Down the Biscayne. Yikes. 5 on the floor, ride for my dogs. Where here's the thing, you can check the score. Hustle hard, couple scars, wearing bubble frogs. Just like Butler said, you in trouble, y'all. Kept the floor playing, got it all banned. Y'all seen the block, stop with one hand. And Pat we trust, it's power, have the guts. We're here to bring the heat, y'all can hang it up.
Welcome to 5 on the Floor, a daily insider show on the Miami Heat and the NBA, featuring Ethan Skolnick, Greg Sylvander, and Alex Toledo, plus others from the 5 Reasons Sports Network.
All right, Ethan Skolnick back on 5 on the Floor. I apologize for some of the background noise here. We're just trying to find a place to do this. I'm sitting up in my seat in 106. Most people have left the building. They finally cleaned out the floor, but they're still partying in the lounges. Tonight's floor plan, I got Greg Sylvander. He's back home in the Carolinas, and we've got Sean Rochester. He's back home in a place we're not going to tell you about. The three of us are going to go through the Miami Heat's win against the Philadelphia 76ers. They're actually trailed by 1 at the half after getting off to a good start and then pulled away in the third quarter to the point that they could actually rest kind of a rusty Jimmy Butler at the end of the game. They didn't need Kyle Lowry. And again, there was no Joel Embiid on the other side. So I'm going to go through a few topics with these guys, try to keep it as organized as possible, get you the podcast. And then we're going to be talking to Norris Cole tomorrow. Norris, by the way, newest member of the Big Three. So we'll talk to him about that, but also break down game 1 of this series. But I'm just going to start here because to me, this is where, I think Heat fans can get most excited tonight. We've been waiting for the Hero Bam game. We got the Hero Bam game, but not only did we get the Hero Bam game, we got Tyler Hero playing an incredibly efficient performance. No turnovers on the night, by the way. In addition, I think making 60% of his shots on a night. And topic number 2 is going to be he completely outplayed James Harden tonight. And we'll get into that as we go forward. But Greg, We've been waiting for this. It didn't happen in the first series. We kept saying, when is Tyler going to step up? He was the worst player on the floor from a plus-minus standpoint in the 5 games of that series. By far, the 11 regulars, Tyler Hero was the worst. Bam Adebayo was not the worst because of his defense. He was a serious plus, but he didn't give you those offensive flashes that he gave tonight, the aggressiveness, the efficiency. Your thoughts on the two of them tonight?
This is what this team needed most. Like, if you were to ask the fans, what was the result that would inspire the most confidence? We've seen Jimmy do it. We've seen him take over. We've seen the 3-point shooters do their things. We've seen, like even some of these guys that we haven't expected, like Oladipo, Gabe Vincent, play better than we expected, but we needed the Bam Tyler game, and here it is tonight. I mean, for Bam to go 8 of 8 from the line, 8 of 10 from the field, 12 rebounds, he was active. Tyler Hero got up 17 shots, 7 assists, which means that he's not just chucking up shots. 25 points in 29 minutes for Tyler. Like, that's the type of stuff that these are the things that you start to see come together, and eventually it'll start happening all at once. And I still think, you look at Jimmy's line, it's a little softer than usual, but still he was involved. It was an all around effort, and it's good to see that this team can win a playoff game where they don't need Jimmy to score 36. So to me, it was kind of best case scenario, particularly they only shot 25% from 3. That's generally not an indicator that they're going to win a lot of playoff games. It's just they don't do that. So I think that they definitely took advantage of Philadelphia just not really being good enough. And I think that there's some other adjustments Spo can make heading into game 2.
Sean, we're going to talk some about Jimmy too, because he didn't look to me like he had his lift tonight, or he just wasn't into the game like he typically is. When they took him out and allowed Tyler to handle the ball at the top and just spam, I kept tweeting about it, spam the Tyler Bam pick and roll. Just keep going to it. We've seen so many times that they get away from Bam, and the question tonight was, would they? But they didn't, in large part because Tyler didn't allow it tonight. And I think that's kind of what Greg's getting at, is it's not just getting the wins here. Obviously, you want to get to 16, you want to win a championship, but it's the players that contribute during the wins, I think, that will give Heat fans the most comfort as they look at the future of the franchise. And they both took over this game tonight without Jimmy Butler's assistance.
Yeah, I mean, to your points, Hero and Bam basically scored or assisted on about 2/3 of our points. I mean, so that's huge coming out of that Hawks series where you really weren't getting a whole lot out of them. PJ Tucker also contributing, only 10 and 7, but 5 offensive rebounds. Energy does those little things that don't show up in the box score. Max Strus was a plus 27. I think sometimes we get misled in the plus minus, in a single game, because Hero was only plus 4. And that's completely misleading to anybody that watched that game. But yeah, you're right. When Jimmy went out, Tyler really, they put DeAndre Jordan in just an absolute terrible position. He had no man's land every time he was out there on the floor. And really, there's nobody at the rim for the Sixers that can protect the basket. So what are they going to do? What's their adjustment going to be? Because they're going to continue to put those guys into pick and rolls and just attack it.
Well, it sounds like they're not going to make any adjustment at all to the starting lineup, which when we get to the rotations at the end of the podcast, we'll cover that. But Doc Rivers basically said, we know you don't like DeAndre Jordan starting. We do. So we're going to continue to do that. I think he might have a change of heart between games 1 and game 2. But let's get to the second part of this, because as we talk about Tyler Hero, even though it was a ridiculous conversation because the trade was never Tyler Hero for James Harden, and this is one of those myths that went around Twitter for all that time. But even if it was, and it wasn't, if you watch this game tonight and you watch Tyler Hero get to his spots on the floor and manipulate the pick and roll and play with confidence and play with poise at his age, and then you watch James Harden, who literally from the start of this game had no answers except step back for a bad 3 or flail for a foul. James Harden tonight, 5 field goals, 5 turnovers. Tyler Hero tonight, how many did he end up with? 11 field goals and no turnovers. And I just think as you watch this, the conclusion is I'm watching not James Harden struggle to get past PJ Tucker, who you're right was tremendous. He was their best player to me in the first 6 minutes of the third quarter. PJ turned this game as he's done so many times. It's one thing not to be able to get past PJ Tucker. It's another thing when he won't be able to get past Kyle Lowry if Kyle comes back. It's another if he can't get past Jimmy Butler. James Harden could not manipulate Max Strus and Tyler Hero tonight. 3 consecutive possessions in the fourth quarter when Philly was trying to make somewhat of a run. Max shut him down, okay? No disrespect to Max Strus. We're talking about a guy who won an MVP. And the second point tonight is if this is the James Harden that exists now, if this is and there were national NBA writers here sitting here, the same section as me, who are basically saying the same thing. James Harden is cooked. If that's the James Harden that you're getting, I'll go to you first, Greg. They have no chance in this series whatsoever, Embiid or no Embiid.
No, listen, I mean, when we were talking about Tyler Hero being in the same, like I said, like the key matchup was him and Maxey. And now you're telling me that Tyler Hero is going to have the opportunity to not only outplay Maxey, but also James Harden and maybe both of them together in certain instances. Like, to me, that's a red flag for them. And it's something that we've always looked at with this team that we thought, like, I always thought that the Harden Embiid thing, the idea of it was always going to be better than it ever was going to be in practical application. And this is just, this really proves that James Harden is past that point in his career where he can carry any point of an offense. He can't be the hub of an offense or anything like that, even for extended stretches. Like, he really is not that guy, at least not at this moment.
There's going to be a couple of conversations they're going to have up your way, Sean, after this series. One conversation is, how can you possibly max out that player, even though Daryl Morey is kind of boxed into a corner where he almost has to because he traded the Simmons asset. Regardless, we could say they won the trade because they got a functional player. He had the Simmons asset, right? Other teams wanted that asset. Like, they didn't know Ben wasn't going to play at all this year. I don't know how much was true about CJ McCollum being on the table or the Sacramento package.
Curry.
Well, the Sacramento package that included Tyrese Halliburton being on the table. I would rather have any of them than what I saw tonight. He has no bag anymore. He has no first step anymore. And the reason, again, with some players, when Dwayne started to lose a step because of his knees and he adjusted his game to still, it became a thinking man's game. But I felt badly for Dwayne that he couldn't do the things he used to do. Other guys who you've seen get older, okay, elite guards, whether it's Iverson, okay, I know he didn't take care of his body, obviously, but even a Gary Payton down here, others, great guards. I felt bad for them that they couldn't do what they want to do. James Harden's brought this on himself, though. Like, he hasn't taken care of his body now for years, and I just think it's manifesting itself now. And we're going to keep talking about it because until Embiid comes back, they're not winning a series with Tobias Harris being their leading scorer. They're not winning a series even with Tyrese Maxey at this stage. They need Harden to play at a Harden close to MVP level to have a chance in this series. And he wasn't even like the fourth best guard on the floor tonight.
Nope. Ha.
Yeah, and you're exactly right. The conversations are going to be, there's already buyer's remorse here in Philadelphia, and it's been 3 months, 4 months. So you're looking back on that Tyler Hero potential trade or rumored trade or mythical trade, whatever you want to call it. And it's just not something that Philadelphia people are really enjoying right now. And it's only been a few months. So, I think if Embiid does come back, if that's the case, that pick and roll combo of those two has been very good. That's been proven. But it also makes you think a little bit, how much of it is really Embiid? How great is he versus how great is Harden at this point? Because he definitely does look cooked.
All right, we're going to get to some of the rotation decisions tonight, some of the things that we'll look at going forward. Before we do, I want to tell you about another great sponsor of the 5 Reasons Sports Network. And this one, you can use the code 5RSN. This is for your premium CBD. Use that code 5RSN. You get 25% off the gummies, the sports cream, the tincture for recovery, for sleep. It's great stuff, and it tastes great too. Not the tincture necessarily, but get the gummies. Get the strawberry lemonade or any of the other gummies that are there on the site. And again, the code is 5RSN. That's 5RSN for 25% off. A lot of our listeners have tapped into this, and they've really enjoyed it, and they keep renewing it. So find out why. Go to therapistpreferred.com. Use the code 5RSN for all of your premium CBD. All right, let's get to some of Eric Spoelstra's decisions tonight. We talked on the pregame show Greg, about how, Spoelstra might adjust to Rivers because, Doc was the one who was unpredictable tonight because he didn't have Embiid. And he even said that before the game. He said, typically we would go in with a plan. We don't really know what the plan is. I don't know that, Doc was probably selling that a little bit, but the reality is I don't think he really had a plan. I think it was play DeAndre Jordan early. And when I was talking to Tim Bontemps before the game, Tim was saying that the Heat should play Dwayne Dedmon because then Doc will adjust to that and play his bigs who aren't very good. But then you didn't really get a chance to see that because Dedmon picked up 3 fouls in a minute, which forced Spoelstra to adjust. But it does look like the decision was made before this game to not really play Duncan Robinson because there were opportunities to play Duncan as part of your 9-man rotation, particularly when Philadelphia went to the zone. They did not do it. And it seemed like Erik Spoelstra was intent on doing something else tonight, which was throwing together the Hero, Oladipo, Jimmy Butler combination, putting the 3 of them on the floor. He did it in 3 different stints. And I got to be honest, guys, I hated it. I kept tweeting about it because I didn't like it. Oladipo and Hero had talked about working on their chemistry together. I think 2 of them together is fine. 3 of them together, to me, does not work. There's a lot of standing in the corner. That's where the motion stopped in the offense. Maybe it's because Jimmy was pounding it a little bit. You had Hero and Oladipo standing in the 2 corners while Jimmy is running pick and roll with Dwayne Dedmon. I'm like, what the hell is going on here? Dribbling out the clock. I don't know that that's something you go to again. So I'm going to go to you first on this, Sean, because I know obviously you've defended Duncan all year, and I think for good reason in certain situations. Did you think there was a place for him to play tonight? Because I might have rather have gone to him in some. Depot's defense was great down the stretch, no argument. But I might have rather, for space during the game, gone to Duncan instead of Oladipo with the 2 of them.
Yeah, I thought maybe at halftime when we had that stagnant offense in the second quarter that they might go to Duncan just because of the spacing and his ability to create shots in the zone. But I think to your point, Spo knows what he wants at this point, and it just it wasn't in the cards tonight. And, I don't know. It seems like it's one of those matchups where he could be used, and we've seen him pivot, go from one person to the next between game 1, 2, 3, 4. So, he could get out there, but the way that they were officiating tonight too, the way that Duncan likes to use his hands, I think that would have put a lot of guys on the line, and those guys would have, Harden and Tobias would have targeted him too. So if they were going to mismatch on him, I don't know if that was the right move. And obviously it worked out for Spo.
Greg, Strus did not have a big game tonight. He was fine. He was fine, but he didn't have the kind of big game that would relegate Duncan to no role whatsoever. Do you think there's a role for Duncan in game 2?
Yeah, because if the Heat shoot 25% from 3 again, like if they're trending in that direction, 9 of 36 is where they finished tonight. Like, yes, Spo is going to try Duncan and see if he can hit 3 or 4. So I think that ultimately this was a game by game thing, and you could see him get. That doesn't mean that he may only play 6 minutes, but he's going to get a shot.
What do you think, Sean, of the Oladipo Butler Hero thing? How do they make that work? Because Tyler looked much more comfortable without at least one of them on the floor. I don't. It seems like Tyler defers to Depot, and sometimes he defers to Jimmy. And I don't think you want Tyler deferring to anybody right now.
Yeah, and I think to your point, it doesn't mean that Tyler can't play with one of those guys. But when you put those 3 out there, it seems very stagnant. The ball gets sticky, and it's almost like they take turns, and the ball doesn't move side to side. There's very little player movement. And that stagnant offense, not only does it affect that we're not scoring the ball, and you saw this in the second quarter, but it puts the Sixers into transition. And we actually did a good job of keeping them out of transition, but they were more effective when they got into transition than they were in the half court. And so I think that's a key. We have to have good offense. We have to keep them out of transition. We killed them on the glass, but you can't have your offense bleeding into your defense. And that's what happened in the second quarter.
All right. When we come back, we're going to talk about a couple other guys that contributed tonight and what you want to see from them going forward. Before we do, I want to tell you about another great sponsor of the 5 Reasons Sports Network. Greg's appearances here are always sponsored by our friends over at Water Cleanup of Florida. You can find them at watercleanupflorida.com or find them on Instagram as well. And look, here's the thing. If you got water damage, you got fire damage, you got mold damage, these are the guys to call. Okay. You want this kind of a localized business. They're based in Boca Raton, but they can handle the whole area down here, and they're here for you 24 hours a day. They understand the impact and stress that an unexpected disaster may cause, such as the decline of James Harden. We'll see if they can help with that. Over 60 years of combined experience, they're prepared to handle any size disaster. third-generation contractors in South Florida, so they want to maintain their sterling reputation, and they'll do that for you. They'll make the cleanup and insurance claim process painless and hassle-free. Reach out to Water Cleanup of Florida. Again, it's watercleanupflorida.com. Call Michael on his personal cell, 954-579-0356. Maybe not after midnight. Make sure he's got the ringer off first, but call Michael at 954-579-0356. It's Water Cleanup of Florida. Huge Miami Heat fans up there as well. So check them out, and they've done a great job for everybody we referred them to so far. Check them out, Water Cleanup of Florida. If you've got the schmutz,
they got the guts.
All right, let's get back to some of the other rotation decisions and players tonight. Gabe Vincent felt to me like he had a little bit of a slow start, couldn't really set the offense. But then, I was noticing, and we've seen this, Kyle Lowry was standing most of the night. He kept calling Gabe over to him, and it felt like in the third quarter, something clicked. There were a couple of possessions where Gabe got in the paint. He looked more comfortable. He went over on Prize Picks, which we predicted tonight. He tends to do that against Philadelphia. I thought he was okay, right? Is that fair? I mean, can they – I feel like they can rest Kyle now comfortably for game 2 without feeling it's going to be a catastrophe. But I think you also saw the reasons, Greg, that you need Kyle Lowry back.
For sure. I think it helps that Tyler, facilitated 7 assists, and you also got a couple from Vic. So, Gabe had some other distributing going on, but you're right. He had one of those games where typical, like kind of reserve point guard style game, but obviously he's the lead guard. So, you want as much out of him as possible, but I thought it was a good game. I think that he is proving each game, the more that he just plays solid, that he can be counted on to stay in the rotation. So I think that he is locking himself into a spot as we go forward. And yeah, it is interesting to see Kyle coaching him on the sideline. I'm interested to see how quickly Kyle will come back if they continue to win, if that maybe influences his decision to continue to rest.
Feels to me, Sean, like you just sit Kyle until you lose.
Yeah, I don't think you see him unless it gets to like a 2-2 type of situation. I don't think a 1-1 split or anything like that would be a reason to go to Kyle, just because you're looking down the road. Not that you're looking past the Sixers, but you're definitely looking in the long run. And to Greg's point, with Gabe, it's almost like if you don't notice Gabe, it's a good game. Like, not to diminish him, it's not a great game, but it's good when he can just kind of stay out of the way, do his things, lead. And Greg made this point in a text earlier, like, we never got flustered. And that goes to your point guard, and he's a young point guard. To have that happen while he's on the floor, that's credit to him.
Yeah, we're seeing the alpha role player thing play out here. Caleb Martin, I thought the use of him was interesting tonight. I think it got forced a little bit by the Dedmon foul trouble early, that maybe Spoelstra went to some things sooner than he'd like. It's funny. I like Caleb with certain groups more than others. I don't like Caleb with the groups where everybody's standing around and it gets forced to like a rushed corner 3 to him. Like that doesn't feel right. I like Caleb when he's out there with space, with Strus, with Vincent. I don't like him so much out there with Butler and Oladipo. That combination to me doesn't make a whole lot of sense either. And we're going to close with Depot. But I feel we saw again tonight why there's a role for Caleb, but I still think Spoelstra has to find the right role in every game. Is that fair, Greg?
Yeah. And I also think that just in this particular run, he is not going to be the two-way player necessarily. I just don't know that he's going to round into that type of form before the end of this run. And maybe I'll be wrong. Hopefully I'll be wrong. But, right now I think that he's going to be more of like an energy you insert him for some energy or defense, things like that. So I don't see him as an every game player. But that doesn't mean that that's not where he'll be in the future. But for this run, I don't know. I kind of see him as one of those fringe rotation guys, which I didn't expect to say.
But even if he's a fringe rotation guy, Sean, he's going to play more than, say, Derek Jones Jr. did in the bubble, right? So, I mean, he still gives Spoelstra more flexibility, in part because he can make that 3 on occasion, whereas we saw that Derek really couldn't, right? So, I mean, I keep saying this. There is a role but it felt like the Dedmon minutes, and I don't know how you feel about Dedmon playing going forward, because he just has not looked like the same player for most of the second half of the season, and you don't have Embiid, who was kind of the purpose for Dedmon in this series. Like I said, unless you're trying to force Doc to continue to play the DeAndre Jordans of the world instead of just doing the smart thing and throwing Tobias Harris at the 5 and spreading the floor. So where do you see Dedmon and Martin going forward?
Yeah, I mean, I agree with what you guys said about Caleb and the way you want to see him used. The one thing I didn't really like tonight, and they did this with Gabe and Depot also, in addition to Caleb, was the full court man, like getting up there and pushing Maxey and speeding him up. To me, like that put him in an advantage. Like it got him sped up. It got him into space. I don't mind the 2-2-1 because that slows it down. And we got some turnovers off of it, but I just don't feel like that's the best thing to do against Maxey. To the point about Dedmon, at least he's active. But at the same time, I think really his role is to have that big out there to force Doc's hand to play a big and kind of confuse Doc almost, because if they're going to play Bassey or Reed or any of those guys, you can go PJ, you can go small, and you can make it work.
All right, one more player to get to before we do. Just want to tell you, tomorrow morning, or if you're listening to this morning, I'll have another episode of Starting 9. I'm going to take questions for everybody. That's going to be sponsored by friends over at U-Break Wheel Fix, and they got a new location. We'll tell you about that in the morning, but I've been doing these 20-minute episodes on the 5 Reasons YouTube channel. So we'll set it like the podcast where we're talking to you. You can talk to me and I'll take your questions there, starting at 9 a.m. Eastern on the YouTube channel. Also subscribe to Off the Floor. We were putting a lot of content there before it went anywhere else, and a lot of behind the scenes content as Brady and I got to the game about 2 hours early tonight. So make sure you subscribe to Off the Floor. It's $3.05 a month after a 1-week trial. All right, the last guy we got to talk about, and we haven't spent a lot of time on Jimmy tonight. I would anticipate that in the next 48 hours, he'll get that knee a little bit more right, and I think he'll have a little more bounce in game 2, because I didn't see it tonight. He didn't look like kind of athletic Jimmy. You can usually tell in the first 6 minutes if he is or if he isn't, and he never really got into the game. But I want to talk about the other guy, which is Oladipo, because I keep going back and forth on this. He sold me as a rotation player with the way he played later in the year, but I had those initial concerns about fit. And it felt to me, and I'll go to Sean on this first, it felt to me like this was a force tonight. Now, I'm not saying he was bad down the stretch, because he wasn't. Defensively, he did some good things. And he has done good things defensively since he's come in. But I keep saying this, it is different. He can be one of the 5 or 6 most talented players on the team and still not be the right fit with certain combinations. And I know, there's a group of people who just want him to play. And I get it. And I understand there's a fascination with him because of his upside. And I wish him the best. And I hope it works out for him here. But people are saying, well, why can't he and Butler play well together when LeBron and Wade did? Does everybody remember that? Like, first thing, you're talking about LeBron and Wade, two of the best players in the world ever at their positions, maybe the best player ever. And then a guy who's a top 3 shooting guard. And literally, I watched that, okay, for the first 2 months. They can do whatever they want. I watched that for the first 2 months of the 2010-2011 season, and I watched the two of them take turns and being best friends scowl at each other, okay, because they couldn't figure the thing out. And you're talking about Butler and Depot have not had a training camp together. They tried to do this thing on the fly. It didn't work, okay, which is why Eric Spoelstra went to his leaders and they changed the rotation and put Vincent and Martin back in and then moved Strus to the starting lineup. And I'm watching it tonight, and it felt to me, when he's playing out there with Jimmy and Tyler, it felt to me like the force that we saw with about 2 to 3 weeks left in the regular season before Spoelstra finally realized, look, this isn't going to work. So, if Jimmy misses another game, yes, start Depot. But I just don't know that this is sustainable. I don't know that he's going to find the right combination of players to make it work with Vic consistently in this postseason when he's basically still running onto a moving train.
Yeah, I mean, I think to put him out there with Tyler, you don't want to take away from Tyler at the same time either. So when you don't have Jimmy, it works out great. We've seen that in the regular season. We saw it in that last Hawks game. But, I think it shows Spo's rotation right now. There are 6 guys that have guaranteed spots. 7 if you count Haslam. He has a guaranteed spot in his role. But 6 guys on the floor that have guaranteed roles. And then the 7, 8, 9, 10, including Duncan, those 4 on any given night, their role could be 6 minutes. It could be 20 minutes. You just don't know depending on the matchup and the situation.
And Greg, it's not about scoring. Like, I don't care if it's the way the offense looks.
Yeah.
when they're
for
all
sure.
out there. And you're not going to sit Jimmy and you're not going to sit Tyler. So if it's not going to work with the three of them, the guy who's going to end up sacrificing is Vic.
Listen, X factor this, X factor that. This team is winning a championship if Jimmy Butler, Bam Adebayo, and Tyler Hero are maximized. And that is not going to be with Victor Oladipo handling the basketball and having high usage. And that's the end of the discussion. So, I mean, like, if they need a jolt of energy here or there, great. If he performs awesome and they can figure something out long-term, great. But right now, this is about maximizing those three guys. We saw two of them play really well tonight. Jimmy's been amazing throughout this entire playoffs to start. There's nothing to pick apart. Depot will get in where he fits in. No one else will try to have to fit in around him. And Spo has already shown that he will shelve him, and that'll happen again if they start to hiccup. So I just think that this was more seeing if they could continue to play off of some of the momentum that Depot had started to build. And I wouldn't be surprised if he necessarily didn't have a huge role in the next game.
They need a full training camp after a decision is made that Victor's coming back, okay, which is still up in the air. They need a full training camp. They need Tyler Hero in the starting lineup then, and they need Vic running the bench. Like that's ultimately how this works. And then Max Strus kind of becomes, complementary to Oladipo off the bench, and you're probably trading Duncan Robinson. Like that's where this is headed. Okay, potentially if you're re-signing Victor Oladipo. And I'm not against that. Okay. I think if you can get Vic back for the right price with what he's shown with his work ethic and the way he's bought into this team, I think you absolutely do it. You see the defensive ability that he still has. Okay. You see that his health has come back in a big way, and you've seen that he can be a primary scorer with the ball in his hands, but he's not complementary to Jimmy Butler in lineups right now. And particularly, it's not just, he's not complementary with Tyler, because I do think they can sort that out, but it's just, I want to see the ball in Tyler's hands running high pick and roll with Bam Adebayo. It just seems like Tyler is deferential to Vic. Brady's pointed this out before. I think Tyler really likes Vic, and he likes his story. And as much as we talk about Tyler being an alpha, he's very deferential to his teammates. And I feel like sometimes he's backing up to allow others to flourish. Yeah. And tonight, when Jimmy's on the bench, when Victor Oladipo wasn't out there, they needed somebody to take over the game. He got Bam involved, who we always talk about not being the biggest alpha on the team. He got Bam involved. They ran high pick and roll. They spammed it over and over and over, and they finished the 76ers. And you're right, Greg. It's about now. This team can win a championship right now, okay, if everything breaks right. And so it's just, you're right. There's a few guys. PJ Tucker has to play. Bam Adebayo has to play. Jimmy Butler has to play. Tyler Hero has to play. Okay, go with those four to start with. Kyle Lowry, when he's back, has to play. I think there's five. I think then after that, sometimes it's Max, sometimes it's Duncan, sometimes it's Gabe, sometimes it's Caleb, sometimes it's Vic. It's going to be a little bit less Dedmon. You may see a little Morris going forward, but I just think that Heat fans have to get out of this idea that just throwing the five most talented players on the floor is what works. It's not what's worked for this team the whole year, and that's one of the reasons the national media does not understand this team. They can't figure it out because they just know names, and you just throw names on the floor. Eric Spoelstra has coached this team like a puzzle the entire year. Piece in, piece out. They don't understand basketball. They can't get that. They just know James Harden has scored a lot of points in his career, and that's all they care about. And he sucked tonight. Okay. And in my view, he's pretty much
Tyler Hero's better than James Harden.
I'll let you close with that. All right. Thanks to our sponsors, watercleanupflorida.com, prizepicks.com, use code 5, therapistpreferred.com, use code 5RSN. Check out Off the Floor. Check out Starting 9 tomorrow, which will be sponsored by You Break Wheel Fix. Have a good night, everybody.
Thank you for listening to the 5 on the Floor on the 5 Regional Sports Network.
All right, my 5 Reasons Sports family, we are back. We are ready to watch the game 2 of this series, the Miami Heat facing the Philadelphia 76ers. It's going to take me a while. It was 5 games of the Hawks, but now it's the second game of this series. Not the previa. We're going to do the hangout there. Here we go. So game 2 of this series, and they are already doing the presentations, and we're going to have the score here so you guys know what's going on as I'm talking to you guys. So I'm going to start reading comments and let me know what's your prediction for tonight. So please go ahead and please share your prediction for tonight's game, and we'll start reading and saying hi and giving um, some time to you guys before we start the game, which is going to start here soon. All right, so here's the score. We're waiting for the actual game to start. Let me put it like this. This worked last time, so here we go. All right, let's start with some of the new comments. All right, who do we have here? Vic Papo, what's up, Vic Papo? How you doing? Shayan Tawani says Miami up 20 up Sixers. Alex Cross says, let's go, Alejandro. What's up, Alex? How you doing, man? 120.90. Ronald Fontes, Alejandro, let's get that W, Heat family. Yes, yeah, there you go. All right, thank you, Ronald. Always here and always saying hi early in the game. We're not your enemies. They are. Let me see who else is around here. Our friend Star Fox, who stayed for the entire pregame and now joining us here for our hangout here on the Five Reasons YouTube channel. Jose Mata says ESPN is open anti-Latino fan base. I don't know. It's weird how they do it, especially. I don't know. I know it's not as sexy as Boston as a market, but I don't know. I think that he should be getting more. I don't know if it's just not knowing about the team or it's just markets and that's it. It's a business decision, I guess, at this point. So here we continue with our pregame show. You guys took over the chat, huh? I'm checking it right now. Let me see who else is around here. Our friend Tony was talking to you guys earlier. QPEX, Deadman is 6 extra fouls in our favor. All right, game starting. So we're going to go ahead and focus on that. I got a little distracted here. And here we go. We're ready. Let's enjoy this game and let's have a beautiful night tonight. Here we go. First ball of the game for the Sixers. Tyrese Maxey coming with it. And let's see if by the end of the series I learn all these guys' names. I have Maxey. This is Young, I think. Yes, I see him now. I'm using the Moisak. Yeah. Preview from TNT. All right. Tobias Harris with the first 2 points of the game. He was the best scorer in game 1 with 27 points. Tobias Harris is now bam ball on the top of the key. 15 seconds to go. Ball to Jimmy Butler, who goes to his right. Max Strus. Now PJ Tucker. Good pick and roll. Floater. He missed it. He never misses that little floater. But that was a great play by Max Strus and PJ Tucker. Very good fundamental basketball. All right. James Harden. Back to Tyrese Maxey, who goes to his right. Gets past Max Strus. Shoots it to the corner. Back to Tobias Harris, who misses a 3. Long rebound. And it's out of bounds. Danny Green, I think it was, who missed that open 3. So 2-0 now. Sucker scored to start the game. Gabe Vincent now with the ball. Same starting 5 for the Miami Heat. Gabe Vincent, Max Strus, Jimmy Butler, Bam Adebayo, and PJ Tucker. Here comes Jimmy Butler to his left. Jumper and bounces a couple of times on the rim. And it's 2 points for the Miami Heat. How are you guys? What are your predictions for tonight's game? If you have Heat fans that are complaining about the TNT broadcast, please bring them around here. We are the Five Reasons YouTube channel. We are a channel based in Miami, based in South Florida, covering all the South Florida teams. And we're trying to get you the best content that we have all throughout the playoffs, during halftime, after the game, post-game show, pre-game show, a little bit of everything going on. All right, here we go. Miami Heat ball, 2-2. A couple of minutes since this game started. Jimmy Butler attacking, giving the ball to Bam Adebayo, and that's a dunk. We want to see aggressive Bam. Bam. Here we go. 4-2 for the Miami Heat. James Harden goes by, and he gets fouled. Who is coming in here right now? Let me see. Our friend Tony is coming in here, so he's going to hang out with us. What's up, Tony? How you doing?
Yo, what's going on, man? I figured I wouldn't leave you hanging here all night by yourself, bro.
That's fine. I mean, I love it. I'm not by myself. We have more than 100 people here watching right now. So how you doing, man?
That's true. I'm doing great, man. I saw the community. I saw everybody engaging. I was like, damn, I got to hang out with my guy.
Yeah. We love it. We stay here. I call the game. I have fun. I talk to the guys. I try to have fun, you know. It's a playoff, so why not?
Yeah, for sure, man. I saw you doing play-by-play, Alejandro. What are we
Yeah.
doing here? Are we getting into this? Is this our next career?
Well, I would love to do it, but I guess for now we'll have to wait. So it's James Harden in the line right now. I didn't even see the foul. Who fouled him? I was talking to Tony and missed the foul there. So guys in the chat, help me out. Who fouled James Harden and why was he on the line? Please. Look at my tocayo Alejandro says, who cares about the media? The MSM sucks anyway. Well, that's why you have 5 reasons. That way you enjoy your friends leaving you comments from the Heat and not those guys that don't really follow the team all around the season. So here we go. Tyrese Maxey going to his left, and that's good. I'm a little behind. What's the score for you and how many minutes left in your
I'm
TV?
actually right on it with you, man. This is a first for me.
Okay,
Usually
so
people
we're
are way
good
up
here.
front.
We're good here. All right, so it's 6-4 for the Sixers right now. Another missed shot from the Heat, and here comes James Harden to his left. Bam by on him. That's a good ball. Who was that? That's not Reed, right? Oh, delayed the game. That was DeAndre Jordan. Yeah. Delayed the game there for sure. Good pass. DeAndre Jordan started the other game the same way. He scored 4 points, and then it was downhill from there. Jimmy fouled Harden. Thank you, Ronald. Ronald always helping me out here. Bam, right mindset from the get-go, our friend Star Fox 85. All right, here we go. Gabe Vincent to his right. Back to Butler. Butler shot 4 threes in game 1. I don't want to see that again. Here comes Jimmy Butler attacking the rim.
Got the
He gets
advantage.
fouled. Yeah. He gets fouled by Harris, I think. Are you watching it on TNT?
Yeah, I've got the TNT broadcast. Harris is down.
I have I'm on the NBA page, so I have the 4 different cameras going on. So sometimes it gets really hard to really see which player fouled. So I hear the guy in the arena and he says, all right. So yes, it was Tobias Harris, his first foul, and it's Jimmy Butler on the line.
You know, I'm liking a lot of how Miami is adjusting to transition defense. They're getting back into their defense, into their stances way earlier. Everybody's running back. It's great to see that after 22 points in transition last night.
Yeah, for sure. And what about the offense, though? The offense still, I feel, especially looking at the numbers from the percentages from the first game, it wasn't a good game, offensively for either one of the teams. It was just they missed a lot of open shots, and I think Spoelstra said something about it in the pregame show.
Yeah, I mean, shooting 25% from 3 isn't something you want this team to do, especially with all the shooters that we have. But both teams are trying to get a flow, get a feel. It's game 1 of a new series, and it's going to be tough. It
is. Here comes Maxey to his right. He finds Danny Green. Jimmy Butler flies by, and that's a Danny Green 3. He was horrible in game 1. Hopefully he starts missing sometime soon. So it's 11-6 right now for the Heat. Gabe Vincent step back, and that's his first 2 points of the game. That's a nice basket by Gabe Vincent.
Only thing I don't like there is Jimmy getting forced to the corner. I need him to get more into the post, get somebody else there.
Yeah, the rotation there made Jimmy go and run and fly over. And here comes another. Oh, that was horrible. I don't know if it was an air ball, but it was pretty close to it. James Harden
Max locking him up.
Yeah, that was not pretty. All right, here comes Bam Adebayo to Max Strus from 3. And that's good. Max Strus. 11-11 now. 7:53 to go in the first quarter. If Max gets going, man, that's going to help a lot. In that first game, he didn't have a great game either. He did his job in defense, but in offense, it was rough. All right, here comes again another great defensive job. Max Strus and Bam Adebayo double teaming James Harden. And here comes PJ Tucker. He missed the transition too. And now the Sixers are running, and they're going to get an easy 2. Too bad, because that was a great defensive effort for the Heat. And like you said before, if the Sixers are able to run, they're gonna score a lot of points that way. So have to try to avoid that for sure. Here comes Bam Adebayo from the free throw line. He misses. So it's 13-11 for the Sixers right now. Oh, alley-oop. And that's DeAndre Jordan again. So his 2 baskets have been pretty similar to start the game. 4 points. He also had 4 points in game 1. Max Strus again to his left. This time he gets it back to Bam. Pick and roll. And here's Bam with another dunk. And he gets fouled. He gets fouled now. Tony's back. Don't worry. He's back there. Bam Adebayo gets fouled. And that's an assist for Max Strus as well. So it's a timeout. And let me fix this. You guys, you should have told me that you're not seeing the score here. Let me refresh this here. So what do you think? 15-13, 6:40 to go in the first quarter. First thoughts of this game so far, Tony. Tony, are you there? Let me see. No, he's not there anymore. Yeah, he is there, but he's frozen. All right, we'll wait for him. All right, let's read some comments here as this is just starting. Oh, the Bam shake. Vic Papo is laughing and his head's exploding. Mute racist TNT. Just stay here with us. Christopher, yeah, you're welcome, man. All the time. Just let us know if you have any other questions. Actually, Tony is one of the guys that does the Pace and Spaces broadcast on Twitter. Yes. So
my internet is in shreds right now, brother.
Oh, there it is. No, but you're back now. You're back. We got you.
Yeah.
You're back here. I was asking you, how do you feel with the first 4 minutes of the game so far? First 5 minutes of the game. No, nothing. Okay, we continue then. He'll be back. Don't worry. Whoa, Bam. Jose says, Bam scares me falling to the floor every time he goes towards the rim. And Charlie says, what's your thoughts on the Dylan Brooks play? I think most of the coaches said about the same about this play. Like, it was a little careless, but I mean, it's basketball, but I don't know. What do you guys think about the situation? I think it should have been a flagrant 1-2, should have been upgraded. I don't know. Let me know what you think. So I can start reading you guys' comments here. So Tony is back here. All right, there he is. I was trying to fix here, trying to see what happens.
I can finally hear you. Okay. I'm making this work today, brother. I promise.
No, don't worry. I was trying to fix something here and then I muted myself. Sorry, guys. Sorry. I'm sorry. All right, we're back. Back to the action here. And somehow Bam got to the line. I missed that too because I was trying to fix this. So it's Bam. Oh, yeah, I remember that foul. So he makes it. It's 15-14. Back for now. Sorry, Charles. Sorry, Alejandro. Sorry, Vic Pap. I was telling my friend Fernando Lopez, don't remind me about Real Madrid today. I hate Real Madrid, and they made it to the finals in the Champions League. I've been telling Manny, one of our producers here, that he should do a Madrid podcast. He's a Real Madrid fan, and he should do it. All right, another great job by the defense. Ooh, they get called for foul. Max Strus gets called for this foul. So it's just going to be a side in. Here comes Tyrese Maxey with the ball. He finds Tobias Harris, Jimmy Butler on him. He goes to his right, spins to his right again, and makes another two. This guy has been the best player for this team. Forget about James Harden. Forget about Tyrese Maxey. It's been Tobias Harris so far.
And you can tell just by how Gabe is hedging on him early. They're giving him the baseline, but if he goes anywhere else with the ball, they're going to hedge.
Yeah. All right, here comes Jimmy Butler to his right. Hand off to Gabe Vincent for three. He makes it. 3 points for Gabe Vincent. So a very confident Vincent in this first couple of minutes. 2 important baskets and 5 points already for Gabe Vincent. Tyrese Maxey now with the ball. To his left, Tobias Harris. Back to Maxey. Maxey jumps. He has Butler on him. Rebound for the Miami Heat. Great work there by PJ Tucker, and it falls into Max Strus' hands. And here comes Gabe Vincent. Gabe Vincent to his right. He tries to find Adebayo in the middle. No good. And here's a transition. Every time we do this, the Sixers either get a foul or points. And this time it was a foul on Tyrese Maxey. And that's Gabe Vincent. Or Max Strus, his second foul of the game. So early trouble for Max Strus, and it's Tyrese Maxey going to the line.
Right now, Miami's shot profile evenly distributed, 31, 38, and 31% from rim, mid-range, and the three. You assume that we have to pick up that three ball in order to stay competitive in this matchup.
Yeah, and right now it's Dwayne Dedmon going in for Bam Adebayo. Dedmon can't play any worse than he did on game 1. So here we go. Whatever he does is going to be an upgrade, we hope. He played 4 minutes.
You say that, he'll find a new floor, bro.
Oh, man. He played 4 minutes, and he fouled 5 times. Didn't score, didn't do anything else but just fouling. And there you go. He got a rebound already. So he's already done more than he did on game 1. Here we go. Gabe Vincent to his left is 18-17 for the Sixers. He finds PJ Tucker in the corner 3, and that's a good one.
Bang.
PJ Tucker with another 3.
And look at the energy from PJ immediately picking up Harden. You love to see that.
Yes, he covers him entire. Oh man, too bad there because he made Harden miss the first one, but then Harden got the rebound, and that's 2 points for the beard, James Harden. Here comes Dedmon. Dedmon, give it to somebody. Dedmon. Tyler Hero is in, by the way, 6th man of the year. Jimmy Butler with a fake. Go to his right now, to his left, to his right again, up and under, and that's 2 points for Jimmy Butler. It's 22-20 now for the Heat. This has been a better offensive game for both teams already. In the first 8 minutes of the game. James Harden with the ball goes into Reed. Nobody guarding him, and that's the first 2 points.
It's a miscommunication by Dedmon and Tucker there. PJ should have picked up that assignment quicker.
Yeah. He was by himself. Here comes Tyler Hero to his left. Finds PJ Tucker in the corner. Back to Hero. Now Jimmy Butler in. Back to Hero in the corner. That's an illegal screen right there. Yeah. We all saw it. Good job by PJ Tucker. And I think it's easy to say now, but I think Hero didn't even need it because he was like 2 steps ahead of whoever was guarding him. I think it was Maxey. But it is a foul. It's a moving screen, and it's Sixers ball right now.
Yeah, one of Tyler's most improved skills is relocating off that initial pass.
Yeah. So here comes. Oh, that's a great steal by Jimmy Butler. And then he gets fouled by. I'm still learning all the players' names.
It looks like Tyrese.
Let me see. Number 22 is our friend Matisse Thibault.
Oh, it's Thibault.
Thibault. You see, I'm still learning. I have the roster here. Every time I look at somebody, oh, that guy's new.
I'll be your color guy tonight. That's my role.
There you go. All right, here comes Tyler Hero. To his right. He finds Dedmon somehow. Dedmon attacks the basket and he misses. He gets blocked by Harden, I think. And then a quick pass ahead. Thibault stopped. He had Jimmy Butler in front of him. Didn't want any piece of it. And it's back to Harden, who has Tyler Hero on him. He's going to do the same. He's going to do it again.
It's the matchup he wants.
He's going to attack. Yes, he does. Nothing. Just out of bounds. And it's 8 seconds left for the Sixers there. And there's a timeout. Timeout Sixers now. So it's 22-22. Tied game so far. How do you feel about this first quarter, Tony?
I'm starting to see Miami's strategy right now, and they feel like, they see the interior as food, I think. Most of these bigs, DeAndre Jordan and Paul Reed, just don't have a way to defend any kind of motion. If we can get them moving left and right, I see the cuts. I see the baseline dunks. I see the alley-oops for Bam. I see it all night, man. I just kind of hope we can hit some more shots so this doesn't come down to the wire.
Right. Let me see. I'm trying to recheck here the box score. Let me refresh this. Okay, here we go. Now we go. So we can review the top scorers for each team. For the Sixers, Tyrese Maxey 5 points, Harris and Harden with 4, the same as DeAndre Jordan. 3 for Danny Green. He had that 1-3, and Paul Reed with 2 points. For the Heat, it's 6 points for Jimmy Butler so far, 5 for Vincent, 5 for Bam Adebayo, 3 for Strus, and 3 for Tucker. Those are the scorers today for the Heat so far. Hero and Dedmon, no points in 2 minutes, 21 seconds. So you think we're seeing Duncan Robinson tonight?
No, I don't. I really don't. I think a big part of that is just being able to create extra possessions. We need the rebounds. We need the length. We need the physicality. I don't think we see much of Duncan tonight.
Yeah. And would you guys like to see it? Please leave your comments here. And we'll continue with our coverage for this game. Look at Alejandro saying Dedmon played his role. Resourceful, hit def baby. Jose says ESPN and TNT have the same agenda in San Antonio. The rebounds, all we need.
Thank you, Jose. That's it.
Thank you, Jose, for being here with us. All right, that's it for now. Let's wait for the timeout to be.
And to my point earlier,
yeah.
Looking at the half court statistics, right? So every time we have a possession in a half court setting, Miami's outscoring Philadelphia 137 points per 100 possessions to 106. So our offense is definitely finding ways to attack them. We got to limit the transitions. We have to limit the rebounds that Philly is getting on the offensive glass.
Yeah, for sure. And I think both teams have been better than the first game so far. From 3, the Miami Heat is 3 from. No, let me see. 3 for 5 right now. So pretty
60%.
good. 60%. Yeah, and the Sixers, I don't know about the threes, but let me see. 1 for 4. They're about the same as last game. Not many threes so far, but from the field, they're 9 for 16. So it's a good start, 56.2% there. So it's been a more effective game on the offensive side for both teams so far in almost or a little bit over 9 minutes in this first quarter.
Yeah, I think the story for Philadelphia's offense right now is just how much they're getting to the rim. And that's got to be something that Miami takes away from them, because until they show me that they can score shooting the basketball, I'm not going to believe it, and I'm going to limit those rim opportunities.
Right. Okay, so their back is Victor Oladipo in, Tyler Hero, Jimmy Butler, Dwayne Dedmon, and Gabe Vincent. So we have the 3 of them together, Vincent, Hero, and Depot, with Jimmy Butler and Dwayne Dedmon. James Harden sits. DeAndre Jordan sitting. Young sitting as well. All right, here we go. 8 seconds for the Sixers. It's Tobias Harris against Jimmy Butler. Jumper.
There we go.
He misses. Rebound for Gabe Vincent. Here comes our Gabe Vincent to his left. He doesn't find anybody.
He had
and
Devin
gives
on the
the
roll.
ball to Oladipo here, who finds Dedmon. Corner three. I wasn't very optimistic about that one. He missed it. But I guess he gets to get at least one, and that was a good one. He was by himself in the corner, so why not? Tyrese Maxey with a jumper, and he misses two. Rebound for Jimmy Butler. Jimmy coming. He's going to go for his three now. Okay, let's see. No, he waited. To his left. Back to Dedmon. And that was like a half hook, half trying to dunk it, and he made it. So it's 2 points for Dwayne Dedmon, already being more productive than in game one of the series. How do you call that play? He tried to dunk it, and then he just, okay, let's just throw it and see what happens.
You know, like Vince Carter with the side in the air. You know, Dedmon just made a decision in the air.
Yeah. Look at Tobias Harris working it up right now. He is getting his money's worth. I mean, he's been the best player for the Sixers by far.
Dang. So, Tobias is hunting his mismatches, getting great looks.
Here comes Tyler Hero with his first three of the game. It's a 3-point advantage now for the Heat. Jimmy Butler with the assist.
Denial.
Oh, so you are a little bit ahead of me. Let me see.
I can fix that very easily.
No. Keep it that way. Tyrese Maxey. That way you know what's going to happen. You can look at that. That's a long two. They miss. Rebound for Oladipo. Here it comes. Victor attacking the basket. He stops. Finds Vincent in the corner. He misses. Rebound for Jimmy Butler. Here comes Dedmon. And that's a dunk. Now we're talking. There you go. That's another assist for Jimmy Butler. And it's a 5-point advantage for the Heat. Oh, that's a block now by Dwayne Dedmon. He gives the ball to Tyler Hero. Back to Hero. No, back to Dedmon. He goes for three. And he airballs it.
Yeah, I was waiting for that one. Listen, Miami's showing great intensity right now. A lot of multiple efforts, a lot of strength on the boards, and they're doing great fighting over screens tonight. Gabe is doing a great job on Tyrese staying in front of him.
That was funny. I think it was Hero asking for the ball, and for some reason Vincent gave it to Dedmon, and Dedmon just shot a break. That's what
he was
happened.
hot, man. That was a heat check. Now we know. Don't give it to Dedmon.
Yeah, that's good. He took two already, so that's plenty. That's enough for the night. All right, here we go. A three. They miss it, and it's Caleb Martin in, by the way. Jimmy Butler's sitting right now. So the final play of this quarter is going to fall in Tyler Hero's hands. Here comes right, left. He attacks the basket to his left, and he makes it. So it's 31-24. 1 second left. 1.2. So not much to do there. Nothing. And the Miami Heat takes the first half 31-24. So thoughts after the first quarter?
Yeah, so first of all, the main takeaway for me is just how intense the effort is. All right, we're showing it all over the floor tonight, not just on the offensive side, but especially defensively. Gabe Vincent fighting over every single screen just to put himself in position to be in front of Maxey. They're giving him the early pull-up if he wants to take it, but they're denying him the rim, which I think is the best thing that we could do. Tobias Harris, there's got to be an adjustment for him. He's just getting too many easy looks at the rim right now. Going into the second quarter, Spoelstra should try and take that away, maybe earlier hedges. But I'm loving what I'm seeing right now, man.
Yeah, it feels like Spoelstra is like, okay, you can just leave Harris alone and let's focus on Harden a little bit more, because they're
maybe,
we're gonna review here the stats here in a second to see what's going on there, but it's nice right now. The Heat winning by 7. Thank you to Vic Papo. Keep sending your comments. Alejandro says Sixers were not expecting Dedmon tonight. Dedmon is a force. Well, today is obviously better than game one, and we saw it already. A block, a couple of baskets there, and he has 4 points. So Pretty good, pretty good. Thank you, Jose, for your comments. Who else? Vic Papa says, Tyler, I'm in the conversation hero. No, you've seen Luca and Moran go for 40. Well, let's see if that happens tonight. So far for the Heat, 6 points for Jimmy Butler, 5 for Gabe Vincent, 5 for Bam Adebayo, 5 for Tyler Hero coming off the bench, 4 for Dwayne Dedmon, 3 for Tucker, 3 for Max Strus. For the Sixers, it's 6 for Tobias Harris, 5 for Maxey, 4 for James Harden, 4 points in 9 minutes. He got out early after the first time out of the first quarter. 3 points for Danny Green, 4 for DeAndre Jordan, and 2 for Reed. Only 2 points from the Sixers bench, and we'll see if that happens. That was the difference in game one. The Heat's
sure.
bench, of course, outscored the Sixers bench, and you can tell the difference once you compare the two of them. All right, so the first couple of minutes for Oladipo, not much to see there. He played a couple of good defensive possessions. I think he hasn't even shot yet. Yeah, he hasn't even gotten shot up. So let's wait to see what happens in the second quarter. The same for Caleb Martin. He just got in, only 27 seconds in that first quarter so far. Heat check. Oh man, that three from Dedmon, that was just horrible. He was excited though. He was excited after that block and everything that happened.
He brought his toes right to the line too. He got as close as he possibly could.
Yeah. Edmund got the threes out of his system. No more for the rest of the game. I would say no more for the series, please. But we'll see. We'll see what happens. All right. Miami Heat 31, Philadelphia Sixers 24 right now. Big Papa's laughing, having fun with us. Thank you to all of you. By the way, we did get to the 18,000 subscribers, so thank you very much. That was a fun one. And now our next goal is 19,000 before or during the playoffs. Let's see if we can make it there. I know it's hard. It's 1,000, but we have to try. Why not? What's going on right now? They're clapping a lot. Let me see. I don't know what happened there, but here we go. It's Max Strus giving the ball to Tyler Hero. So it's Heat ball to start. Oh, Dwayne Wade at the game. That's probably what happened. Ronald Fonte says, did they say anything on the TNT broadcast?
No, I didn't see anything.
Yeah, no. They wouldn't know anyway who Dwayne Wade is. All right. Here comes Tyler Hero. He gets fouled. No, that was Oladipo, actually.
Yes, yeah.
Oladipo gets fouled, so he did get his first shot of the game, and he got fouled there. He's going to the line. Let me see. Evan says, yeah, 2 threes is too many, period. Yeah, especially like that. I feel like they were back-to-back. It was like in a matter of a minute that he took those 2 threes. And the first one, I got it. He was by himself in the corner. It was a good play. Yeah. Okay, why not? But the second one, he was a little overheated there.
Yeah, I think my line is Dedmon in transition. Let's not pull threes.
Yeah. Let's try not to do that. All right. 2 points for Victor Oladipo. It's 33-24 right now.
All right, we got the 3-2 trap now. Full court. 2-2-1.
Full court. They did this a lot in the first game too, like trying to play full court defense. This one was half court, but they also did the full court one in the first game. All right, who scored this? Let me see. I don't know this name. Number 30. Let's look him up. Who's our friend number 30? Furkan Korkmaz. I know he scored like 7 or 8 points in the last couple of minutes in the last game. So here comes again Furkan Korkmaz with a 3-pointer to start the second quarter for the Sixers. Okay, what happened here? Harden with the ball. 9 seconds.
So many efforts from the Heat's defense.
Rebound by Bam Adebayo. Yes. That was a great defensive possession there. Here comes Tyler Hero. Tyler Hero bouncing around. He goes
and
back.
It started with Victor Oladipo just denying Harden.
He makes it. So 2 points for Tyler Hero. So you were saying it started with the Depot defense, right?
Yeah, it starts with the man defense of Victor Oladipo. I actually brought my television back a little bit so I can be more in time with you. But, that denial did so much. And Tyler being very timely on his jump to disrupt the pass, multiple efforts, multiple waves of defense. You got to love that.
Yeah, love it. And now Oladipo gets a foul. So her first foul of the game for Victor Oladipo. And it's Sixers ball with 18 seconds now. James Harden has Oladipo on him.
Wow.
He steps back, and here comes. You know what he's going to do. All right. He's waiting for the screen. 3 guys on him, and he gives it to Korkmaz, who misses an open 3. I think that's going to be Sixers ball. No, hit ball. Good. All right, here we go. Bam Adebayo is back in the game. So, yeah, I think Spoelstra thought the same. All right, Denman gave us a lot. Let's bring Bam back. All right, pick and roll with Bam Adebayo and Tyler Hero. Ooh, I wanted Bam to be aggressive in that play. He tried to find Depot open for 3. Depot comes in, gets his shot, and misses. And now it's the Sixers in transition. James Harden, deflection by Victor Oladipo. Ooh, that looked like a pushback. James Harden step back, misses. Rebound for our friend Korkmaz. And he goes again for 3. No, he fakes it. Goes by Oladipo and finishes with the left. And it's 2 points for the Sixers there. What were you wooing about? The play?
The behind the back from
Yeah, that was a nice play. Here comes Bam Adebayo. He's aggressive now. Yes, this is what he has to do. I don't know why in the play before he stopped and then tried to find Oladipo to his left. No, if you're running towards the basket anyway, you have momentum. Why not? Be aggressive. See what happens.
Be aggressive.
Yeah. But I know with Bam, we know. We already know. It's like, okay, it's Bam. He does that. And
he usually saves it for second halves, in fairness to him.
Yeah.
But it's more important, to your point. It's so much more important right now because, look, if you can get their bigs in foul trouble, they're in even a worse position than they are to start the game, where they have no one to play. They have nobody to play.
And it's weird that so far in the series, Doc hasn't really tried to do Tobias Harris as a 5 and maybe go small for a little bit. He stayed there, either with Jordan or Reed playing at all times.
I think the scary thing there is that you have to have Matisse Thybulle play good offensive ball.
Yeah. Well, so far it's working for the Heat, so let's keep it going. 8-point advantage for the Heat. 9 minutes, 10 seconds left in the second quarter. Remember, at halftime, we're going to have pace and spaces. Tony, you maybe don't know this, but we actually play pace and spaces here in halftime. So
do you really?
Yeah, you guys do it on Twitter, and we play it here on the YouTube channel.
Awesome, man. I love that. Thank you.
So they know your voice already. You've been here all throughout our Hangouts anyway. You just don't know it.
I get a little more toxic on pace and spaces.
I know. Not only you, it gets a little aggressive. All the finalists that we have there. All right, here we go. Ooh, that's a steal from Tyrese Maxey from the inbound coming off Max Strus. James Harden, step back 3, and he makes it. I think it's his first 3 of the night, right? First 3 for.
That's his first, yeah.
James Harden. He was 2 for 7 in the first game of the series. Tyler Hero finds Caleb Martin. Yes, we need that. Caleb Martin 3 from the corner. So right away, it's an 8-point advantage really fast. James Harden attacking Bam Adebayo, and he gets 2 points. That's the thing. That's why I think they want to find, trying to stay on Harden and trying to limit Harden, because if he gets hot, it can be trouble. All right, here it goes. It's a deflection, and it's hit ball with 16 seconds. Victor Oladipo up to Tyler Hero. Goes to his left, shoots a 3, and that's good. Good for Tyler Hero. This is going to be a high-scoring game. Very different from game 1. The Sixers call timeout. Doc Rivers not happy. Coming to the court. And I think he was arguing something to a ref. I don't know what happened there, but who knows. So it's a 9-point advantage for the Miami Heat after those consecutive 3s from Caleb Martin and Tyler Hero. for another timeout. And you see now, this is a good thing. Oh, I hate when they do that. I had the Sixers bench camera perfect, and I was
And they
seeing
cut
James
it.
Harden talking to someone. Yeah, and they cut
Yeah.
it. They're promoting their TBS baseball nights. Okay, now we're back. Now Harden is sitting, and there's some sort of video playing in the jumbotron, so can't see what's going on. But
You know,
all
you
right.
made a great point earlier talking about the this being a high scoring game. Game twos are usually always more high scoring, you know. And if you wanted to take the overs on this game, if you kind of knew that, you got a great place to do it now with our new partner, Better's Edge. You know, Better's Edge will let you
Right.
place that
Talk
over.
to us a little bit about that particular website. What's going on there? How's it work? And how can people play?
Yeah, so Better's Edge is a company that allows you to play sports betting the way you know how. Play just like the sports books. You can play money lines, over under spreads, without having to change too much of what you do. You just place a bet. It's legal. It's safe. It's a fun way to add extra skin in the game, right? Engage in this, and I think a great bet tonight, if you were to play it, would have been the over. You can go to Better's Edge /5 reasons, the number 5 REASONS. It gives you a free $20. You could have put that $20 on the over tonight. It looks like it's going to be going over, and you could have won some money, you know?
Yeah. And you can also do it on PrizePicks, prizepicks.com.
Absolutely.
Download the app and use the promo code 5FIVE. They can match your deposit up to $100, and they'll match it 100%. So why not? Put it, I don't know, put 20, put 30, you can get $40, $60 to play there. And you can also actually play for just the second half. So they do have the option to play for the second half. So you're seeing it's a high scoring game. Okay, let's do it. Let's go for the over. Why not? Go check it out.
Great.
And, yeah.
Great second half bets. Always bet superstars. Second half points over. They always go over.
Look at this challenge from my tocayo Alejandro. Can you pronounce? Let me see if I can pronounce in like 20 seconds. Omer Yurtseven, Michael Mulder, Forken Korkmaz, George Niang, and Matisse Thibault in 2 seconds. All right, go, Tony, go.
Omer Yurtseven, Michael Mulder, Furkan Korkmaz, Georges Niang, Matisse Thibault.
There you go. It wasn't bad. There you go. That's a good.
Forkan Korkmaz is a tough.
Yeah, Forkan, because you get it's hard. Forkan Korkmaz. George Niang, Michael Mulder. I lost there.
So what I've been doing with Georges Niang, I've just turned into Gorgeous Niang, and I think I'm just going to turn it into Forkman Korkmaz because it's just easier.
Yeah. Just say whatever, and then they'll know who you're talking about. Good try, says our friend Alejandro. Good challenge, Jose. Yeah, keep challenging us. That's fun. That's what the Hangout's about. Not only talking about the game, but also having some fun while we watch it. All right, here comes the Sixers. James Harden with the ball. 14
Pats in the
seconds
100
left.
section. Look at that.
Yeah, I think they. Let me see. I thought they were in zone for a minute, but I had to check it back now. All right, so a basket. I got distracted. So it's a basket for DeAndre Jordan. I put back, and it's 2 points for the Sixers. Oladipo with the ball to Bam Adebayo. He found. Oh, that was a hard foul, and he made it. So it's an and one. That's Bam aggressive. I like it. Who was it? James Harden?
It was James, yeah.
Yeah. That was a rough foul too.
Oh, wait, no. Foul on DeAndre Jordan. It was a push.
Okay. So Bam goes to the line. Vic Papo says, I failed at Forkan too.
Forkin Korkmaz. I'm telling you, it works.
Forkin Korkmaz. All right. They're all laughing. That's the idea. We're all having fun here. All right. So Bam makes it. It's a 46-36 10-point advantage for the Heat. 7 minutes still left to play in the second quarter. Remember, at halftime, we're going to have Pace and Spaces live here, as we usually do. Another basket by Tyrese Maxey. Max has been very effective too in this first, couple of minutes in the second quarter. Let's see. Bam Adebayo trying to find one. Ball fouls back, and Caleb Martin misses a three. Good deflection by Bam Adebayo. It's out of bounds. And it's Sixers balls.
Just to put this out there, if you guys actually go to the Twitter app and listen in, it helps us a lot. Even if you just mute the app so you can listen on the YouTube stream.
Yeah, for sure. Help us out there to keep growing. We are growing everywhere. 5 reasons. We're growing on Twitter. We are growing on YouTube. We're growing on our website, Instagram, all around. We're all around. All right, so Max Strus out. Caleb Martin out. Good minutes for Martin. Couple of good baskets there. Good plays. And it's Gabe Vincent in with Victor Oladipo and Tyler Hero. Right now it's Vincent on Harden. Step back three. He misses. Rebound for Tyler Hero. Tyler Hero double teamed. Gets the ball to Butler. Oh, great assist by Bam Adebayo to Jimmy Butler. And that's a dunk. Great play by Bam. I know there's some people that want Bam to take those threes, but that's the thing that Bam can do, right? Find those type of passes.
What's more important there is that Bam has drawn DeAndre Jordan out. Like, they respect his mid-range enough that DeAndre Jordan is not deep in the paint. He's out above it, so it lets that dunk happen.
Yeah, and that didn't used to happen. We saw it last year in the playoffs against the Bucks. They would just leave Bam back there and just drop back. All right, here comes Tyler Hero to his right. He goes for it, misses. Rebound for Jimmy Butler. Back to Victor Oladipo for three. And that's another three for Victor. It's Victor time. And it's another timeout for the Sixers. The Sixers call timeout. It's a 51-38 advantage for the Miami Heat.
Oladipo.
I get excited sometimes, Tony. All right, here comes the messages. Welcome home, Depot. Jose says Harden is playing with two oil. What? Cuter. I don't know what cuters are, but
Harden is playing with two oil quarters short.
Oh,
my man needs some oil, I guess.
Okay, got it now. Nice passing from Bam. What a pass! Victor time. They love it when I do this. Victor time. And it's Oladipo.
Hola.
Great defense. Splash. Harden is 2 fries short of a Happy Meal. And our friend Marco. What's up, Marco? How you doing? He says Victorino. Victor Oladipo having a great time so far. Let's review the numbers here. So definitely a better second quarter for the Heat. What happened? What's been the difference so far?
Well, I mean, just making open threes has been incredible for us. It covers up so many deficiencies sometimes that we can show in our half-court sets. But honestly, tonight the half-court is working really well. We're still producing at like 146 points per 100 possessions. That's a great number, doing well in the rebounding glass. I think the thing that you're seeing the most is that when you can get the Sixers bigs in space or get them away from the rim, you have open back cuts. You have open baseline cuts on the weak side. You can attack them all night. And unfortunately for the 76ers, they just don't have the personnel to like engage us.
Right. There was some sort of announcement there at the arena, but I couldn't hear it, so I'm sorry. Bam Adebayo is leading the team with 10 points. The same for Tyler Hero. Both have 10 points, 1 rebound, 2 assists for Bam and a steal. And the next one in that list is Jimmy Butler with 8 points, 5 points for Gabe Vincent, 3 for Strus and Vincent. Yes, for Vincent. And Tucker also has 3, 5 for Vincent. I'm sorry. Victor Oladipo has 5, 3 for Martin, and 4 for Detman. That's coming off the bench for the Heat. So far, 15, 18, 22 points coming off the bench for the Heat. Definitely great help there. Let me see. More comments. We have Tyler Miller. What's up, Tyler? Or Tylet. I'm sorry. What's up, Tyler? How you doing? Tylet. 76 chokers. Jose Matos says, Alejandro Q can explain better than me. Yeah, explain it. Tocayo, explain it. And Star Fox says, it's really hard to choose an MVP. KO, where are you at? We have a guy called KO. that was here for the first. He was here for the 5 games against the Hawks, and for the first game, he's a Sixers fan. He didn't show up today. Hopefully, he's okay. We want him back. He's funny. So that's why they're saying, "Where's KO?" These bums can see us, whatever. Fila number 1 fan. Okay, here's our friend Luis Manuel. I'm so glad to know I can count on you guys to at least hear the game like my old man. Yeah, that's the idea. So you guys can have fun with us. Where are you based? Todd Miller is asking us. We are in Miami, my friend. We are a South Florida network. We are all over Florida, but most of us are in Miami. Tony, are you in Miami right now?
No, brother, I'm in Ocala. I'm in the sticks. I'm
Okay.
way in the forest.
Ocala, Florida. There you go.
Yeah.
But yes, we are a South Florida network, but we have people all around. Here comes Gabe Vincent. He misses an open 3.
Confidence.
Rebound for James Harden. 5:20 to play. He goes by PJ Tucker, finds I don't know who in the corner, and here comes a long rebound for Oladipo. They're missing a lot of threes again. So I'm gonna check the percentages here in a second the next time out, but I think it's gone down for sure. Tyler Hero to his right, to his left, and what happened now? That's a foul. Defensive foul, just to make sure. So it was not
like
on
DeAndre.
Yeah. DeAndre
You know,
Jordan's second foul.
Something I would like to see when Tobias and Harden are on the floor at the same time is taking PJ off of Tobias Harris and putting him, or taking PJ off James Harden and putting him on Tobias Harris, letting Victor Oladipo take the challenge to James Harden tonight because he looks ready for it, and Tobias has been hurting us.
Yeah, and I mean, even Harden, I think he's play a little better than, maybe he's not making a lot of shots, but he's playing a little better than game 1. Let's see. Ronald says we are in South Florida. Alejandro's in Tampa Bay. What's up? Well,
Hey.
that's not that far. It's
No, he's close.
4-hour drive. How far is Tampa from where you are?
Tampa's about an hour and a half from where I am.
Okay.
But it's horizontally, so we're both about 4.5 hours away from Miami.
Okay, not bad at all. Okay, Hero missed a free throw. I don't remember. Let me see. I'm gonna go back to game 1 here in a second.
94% from the free throw line, if that's what you're looking for.
Yeah, I was looking for that because I don't remember them missing a lot of free throws in that particular game. I know against the Hawks that was a problem. Another 3 miss for Tyrese Maxey. Those percentages keep going down. Here comes Oladipo. Step back. And
damn.
It misses, but that was a great play. And now it's Oladipo and Harden. That's the matchup you wanted, huh? He goes by both Oladipo and Butler, and he makes a 2. So it's a 12-point advantage now. 52-40 for the Heat. Tyler Hero to his left. Here comes PJ Tucker. Tyler Hero for 3. He misses. Rebound for Harris. Comes with the ball. He finds Tyrese Maxey. He went for the line. And what happened? A foul?
Yeah.
Foul and 1.
Yeah, on Jimmy. And a great job by Maxey there to deny the screen. He saw the baseline and attacked it. And that's the danger right there.
So it's going to be a 2 points and a free throw for Tyrese Maxey. Let me check. This is a perfect time to check the percentages. Our friend Ronald is sending some here. Sixers 27% from 3. Heat 50% from 3.
Gotta love it.
So just to make sure that's up there. Yeah, 25% now because they missed another one for the Sixers. They are 3 for 12 right now. And there's a Heat timeout now. Duncan Robinson is not even warming up, so he doesn't look like he's gonna play at all. So let's check that real quick. The points right now, the percentages. So it's 25% from 3 for the Sixers and 46% for 2 from the field. I'm sorry, and for the Heat so far, they are 7 for 15. So a little bit under that 50% that our friend Ronald said earlier. It's 46.7, but I mean they're still shooting better than the first game for sure. All right, 3 minutes 48 seconds. Remember, at halftime we're gonna be broadcasting here. We're gonna be having the Pace and Spaces halftime show brought to you by our friends on Twitter. It's Tony and his crew on Twitter. Sean, who else is there? Marco.
Yeah.
And then he gets downhill from there.
Hey, listen, we love the community, and anybody who wants to spend time and talk the way they know how to talk, I'm always open to listening.
Yes, that's the idea that we have here on 5 Reasons, so you guys can actually interact with us, and you guys can get an actual broadcast that looks more like you guys and not some guys that don't even watch your team play throughout the season. So that's the idea. Let me see. Ronald says, Hero missed that 3 after I sent that message. Great. You see? Thank you, Ronald. Thank you for your help. All right, here we go. Back to it. 8-point advantage now for the Heat, 52-42. Jimmy Butler to his right. Jimmy Butler, here comes again. Left, right. Oh, he went under the basket, didn't shoot it. And then that's another transition for the Sixers. We know what happens every time we do this. That's 2 points for the Sixers. Tyrese Maxey again. So it's a 6-point advantage. Another end of the second quarter with not so good results for the Heat. All right, here comes Gabe Vincent to his left. He finds Oladipo open in the 3. He was by himself in that corner. He missed it. So it's Sixers ball now. 3 minutes, 5 seconds left. Hero on Harden. He finds, who was it? Young?
Georges
Young. So that was quick.
He's a talker, huh? Georges loves to chat.
He likes to talk a little bit. So it's 52-47 right now. The FTX Arena coming up with the Let's Go Heat chant. And that's another turnover, this time by Gabe Vincent, trying to find Jimmy Butler. Not very good minutes for the Heat at this particular moment.
Now the size is giving them trouble, hence Bam getting subbed in right now. They need somebody to collapse the defense towards the rim.
Jose says inside pass with traffic is always a bad idea.
Every single time.
Yeah. All righty. Look at this. They're going to call a foul on who? On PJ Tucker. He was denying Harden to get the ball, and then he got called for a foul.
Yeah, and PJ's pleading his case, that he was on his back hip. You can't really foul somebody if they're engaging you from your back hip. And
right.
I think he's got a great point.
All right, so here we go. It's a Harden-driven league, so it is what it is. James Harden with the ball.
This is the mismatch.
With Tyler Hero. He finds Tyrese Maxey. Goes step back 3. Misses. Tyler
Great
Hero
job by Gabe not to foul.
Tyler Hero to his left. Tyler Hero step back 3. Here we go. Another 3 for Tyler Hero. And this is a very important basket. The Heat was really struggling to get some points in the last couple of minutes. 2 minutos. Here we go. Double team on Harden.
Really
Bam
good.
almost got it. And now we get called for a foul again. This time it's Gabe Vincent. James Harden getting more foul calls this time.
When Tyler gets switched to be the low man, Jimmy needs to move to the strong side and switch with Tyler and let him play weak side there. Tyler would have had to hedge James Harden at the rim if James could have got past Gabe. So I would have hated to see that.
Yeah, look at this comment from our friend Vic. He hates the Gabe Vic Tyler Jimmy lineup.
Our boss loves it.
Here comes Tyler Hero in the fast transition.
Giving us a Maxey impression.
He gets fouled. All right, so it's going to be 2 free throws. The foul is on George Niang. So 2 free throws for Tyler Hero. They all do the same thing, says our friend Vic Papo. Same thing happened in game 1. First half does not count. Well, this is way better than what happened in the first game. They actually lost the first half.
I think it's important to keep context. They couldn't really generate offense without Bam on the floor when the Sixers went big there. So it was a quick adjustment for Spo. He got on top of it.
Yeah, so it's Caleb Martin going in. So the 5 on the floor now. Caleb Martin, Victor Oladipo, Hero, Bam,
I think this is how we
and
close tonight, by the way.
Butler. All right, here comes Tyrese Maxey. Full court pressure. Victor Oladipo on him. Martin on James Harden. We love this matchup right here. Martin on Harden. Goes right, goes left. Here comes left. He goes by Martin, and that's the thing. When James Harden it's going, it's just hard to stop him. But a good effort by Caleb Martin. And now Bam Adebayo attacks the basket and gets a foul. That's important. Good aggressive Bam right there. And he gets to the line real quick.
Yeah, James, the master of leverage. You know, he's going to find a way to get the defender on his back hip every time in an isolation situation. If you're Jimmy, you have to move up faster to deny him that space. You can't just trust Caleb in that position. You couldn't trust anyone in that position.
Yeah, what I saw in that particular play, Caleb Martin, Gordon Harden, he doubted. Like he had the opportunity to just give him the right side to go to his right.
Yes.
And then he went back, and then is when Harden started to attack and then went by him. I mean, he had the time to step there and before Harden did that. But
I'm with you. I think you deny the lane there and you trust that Jimmy Butler is going to be able to step up to stop the drive. And that's the way they should play that every time.
Yes. So Bam makes one of the 2 free throws. It's a 9-point advantage. 1 minute to play. Un minuto. Here we go. You see, we have more than the guys in the arena.
We have our own sound
Un minuto to play. Here we go. 50 seconds. Tyrese Maxey back to Harden. In. Out to the corner. They missed the 3. Rebound by Tyler Hero. Look at Tyler Hero rebounding that hard ball right there. So it's 35 seconds left. 16 in the shot clock. Tyler Hero back to Adebayo, who finds Oladipo. Oh, rebound for Butler. Back to Oladipo. He shoots it, and I think he was a 2. I think he was a stepping on the line, but we'll see. They'll probably review it after the first half is over. So it's 60-49 so far. They are giving it, as a 2. Yeah, I think it was a 2 too. So last play of the half. Here comes James Harden. Victor Oladipo on him now. Let's see what they do. All right. Left, right. Step back. Yes. 3. Oh, they called him foul. They bailed him out with 0.1 left. That's a bullshit call. I mean, I haven't seen the replay. Maybe you can let me know. Tony, was it a foul? I don't know. We'll see if Tony is there or if he's already setting up for the halftime Pace and Spaces report there. But it is 3 free throws for James Harden. He got what he wanted. And that's going to be the end of the first quarter, the first half right there. Luis Del Busto says, I'm waiting the halftime box score because I'm playing my first Price Picks. Yeah, there you go. Remember, use the promo code 5, F-I-V-E, to get up to $100 of 100% match. So if you deposit $100, you're gonna have $200 to play. That's a lot of money for you to have fun there. By the way, thanks for the promo code, guys. No, you're welcome. Tell your friends. I mean, the more friends you guys bring us, the longer they stay with us. They're happy with us right now. We have to continue delivering. So thank you guys for trusting us and for playing in Price Picks. So it's 60-52. That's the end of the first half. And we're going to review the box score right now. That 3-pointer at the end for our friend James Harden, they bailed him out for sure. All right, Brenny says, Brenny says, T-Money Hero is that Jimmy Butler cleaning cats off Dade County. I don't know what he's saying. Deep on its playing time. Well, here we go. Wait in the building, says our friend Ron Baker. Thank you, Ron. All right, so reviewing the box score so far for the Heat, Tyler Hero, 16 points, 5 rebounds, 1 assist, 1 block. For Tyler Hero in 17 minutes, he scored 16 points. Then it's Bam Adebayo with 11 points. Too bad he missed one of those free throws. 1 rebound, 2 assists. Oladipo is the man, says our friend Alejandro. And Star Fox says some regular season games missing. Yes, a lot of games missing for Oladipo. Gabe Vincent, 5 points. Well, Jimmy Butler, 8 points. Gabe Vincent, 5 points. 7 points for Victor Oladipo coming off the bench. 4 points for Detman. 3 points for Tucker, Strus, and Martin. For the Sixers, it's been James Harden this time, not Tobias Harris. It's been James Harden, 16 points, 3 rebounds, 5 assists, leading the team. Then Tyrese Maxey with 11 points, 1 rebound, 1 assist, 1 steal. 5 points for Korkmaz coming off the bench, 2 for Reed, 3 for Nyang at the end, 1 3 to finish it off. Andrew Jordan with 6. So let's go ahead now and let's get ready for the Pace and Spaces halftime show. And let's enjoy it here on the Fire Reasons YouTube channel. Remember, Tony Schwartz, Marco Romo, Sean Rochester are going to be there for the Pace and Spaces. And let's start listening to their halftime show.
The other people that want to jump on stage, I really am not a fan of this full court pressure. I think as long as we take care of the ball and keep the game slow, the pace is in our favor. But when we're turning it over and then when we're applying that pressure and speeding them up, I think that plays into what the Sixers want to do. It ultimately probably will not cost us, I don't think. But it's just one of those things that's kind of irking me a little bit. So, Jay, I see you up there on the stage. Jay's doing a really cool like pregame next day spaces. So, Jay, what'd you see in that first half?
I saw exactly what I thought I was going to see. I saw a team that woke up since last game and is playing like they're awake again. I mean, like this is we should win tonight by like 15, 13, something like that. I mean, we should be up by like 12 points right now if it wasn't for a really weird, silly foul on Vic. It is what it is. I mean, honestly, it's weird. Like watching James Harden is weird. Like I was a fan of his back in Houston, like for a while. You know, I just his handles, the way the step back was beautiful. It's just like now it's a lot slower, but then there's moments where it's like really fast. And like you see it, and he's like, oh shit, he's doing the dribble, and then step back. And then it's the air ball. Or then he'll do it and then he'll make it. Or do it and he'll get fouled. Or whatever it is. It's just weird. You know, Maxey looks good, I guess. You know, when he's in transition, the dude looks like fucking Russell Westbrook and Derrick Rose had a baby. Like, it's just weird. Like, the man's a blur. Other than that, for Miami, man, they're fine. Like, like I said, they'll win this game like 15 points, 13, something like that. They'll be all right.
Appreciate that. Ray, what do you got?
Yeah, I actually think Miami's doing a really good job defensively. It looks kind of weird, especially because, you know, they're getting a lot of these offensive rebounds. But in terms of what they're doing and how they're making the Sixers get their shots, I think they're doing a really good job. Especially in the second quarter, I saw maybe 4 or 5 possessions where Bam was the guy guarding Maxey, and he let him into Tyler. He let him into Gabe every single time. Watching Max, and I seen this shit. I don't know if anybody else seen it, but I seen it. Watching Max give Harden the clamps in the first quarter was something that is straight out of a wet dream for me. That was great. I'm not saying Harden's washed. He's washed. But his hamstring to me definitely does not look right. And without Embiid, the Sixers they don't scare me. There were points where I actually, for the first time in a while, I thought to myself, damn, we really missed Kyle. And it was really specifically kind of towards the end of the second quarter. Offense got a little stagnant, like Tony said. We started taking kind of weird shots. The offense wouldn't get engaged and moving as fast. And that was really the first time for a while I thought to myself, that's Kyle. I really wish that Lowry was back. But I mean, other than that, I agree with Jay. 13, 15 points, something like that. Come out strong in the third quarter, put your foot on their neck, and don't give them anything. And we should be fine. And I'll see you guys in Philly. Oh, and one more thing. Bam, please, I'm begging you. 8 more rebounds. Quit playing with my money. Go Heat.
Appreciate it. Ray, Kendall, what's up, man? Go ahead.
Welcome to the playoffs, employee 13 and 14. I love what I'm seeing from Tyler and Bam. Those boys, they really being aggressive, getting to their spots and being assertive. And I like it so much because it allows Jimmy to not have to carry, man. Like the way he did in the Atlanta series. This is how I thought Bam and Tyler should have looked. I like to see it versus a better opponent, I guess you could say. But I really like the end, because Sean, you hosting, I gotta give a shout out to you and make a special point to say that boy Victor Oladipo is doing his motherfucking thing, which you know what that means, right? But I ain't gonna get too deep into it. If you know, you know. But yeah, I like what I'm seeing. I like what I'm seeing for the Heat. Even Gabe Vincent, his intensity, his defensive coverage. I just like what I'm seeing from the Heat. They playing intense, and like Tony said, you thought that they would come in lackadaisical, but nah, like they here. They want to go back to Philly up 2-0 because they know that this team about to get a jolt of energy when they get their MVP candidate back. But when you on our court, they not allowing none of that shit. So I really like what I'm seeing, especially from 13 to 14.
Yeah, and to his point, if you look outside of Tyler and Bam, you look at PJ's numbers, you look at Gabe's numbers, Bruce, Caleb, Dedmon, Vic, nothing really pops off too much. But if you watch the game, you know that they were impactful. And that's okay, right? Like the game's not about the box score. If you just look at the box score, you're going to fall into a trap and not understand the impact that those guys are having. Tyler's numbers obviously pop off. Bam's pop off. And I think you make a great point. Jimmy went through a little stretch of forcing things, but he's just letting the game come to him right now. He's got 8 points, 4 rebounds, 7 assists. 7 assists at halftime. That's a guy that understands who has an advantage in this series and who doesn't. And it's not that he doesn't have an advantage. He has other teammates that have a better advantage. So appreciate that. Dr. Culture, go ahead.
Yeah, not much to say. I love everything that he did, which is, my only concern is James Harden is about to go full foul merchant is my only concern. It's already started at the end of the half. There's not much Philly can do to actually stop the Heat. So I fully expect James Harden to have the ball at the end of the game to make it a game-winning game. And they're going to call a 3-point foul just like they just did.
I like the lack of optimism there, but what do you guys, as we kind of start to wrap this up, what do you think in the Sixers locker room? Like, what do you adjust? I don't know. What would I turn to if I were Doc Rivers? And obviously I don't have too much of a clue of what's going on. Doc is playing for his coaching life, essentially. What would you try to change if you had the opportunity to do that? Kendall, go ahead, and then we'll go to Ray.
You got to change religion because whoever they praying to right now, like to make shit click out there, that shit ain't working. So I don't know if it's Allah, if it's Jesus, white Jesus, black Jesus, Buddha, or whoever they praying to, that shit ain't working. So they're gonna have to find a new religion, bro. That's the only outlet they got at this point. Or Miami just start playing like a G League team. So if that don't happen, they're not winning this game.
Ray, what do you think?
I agree with him. Change your religion, or somebody donates their entire orbital structure of their skull to Embiid right now. But honestly, I would do everything in my power to try and speed Miami up, because that's the only thing that I've seen that's worked against us. Is you get us out in the open, in transition, you get us out in the open court, and it's not that we can't defend it, but that is probably the one thing that we don't excel at. So you try to get Maxey out in transition. You try to get everybody back down the court and get in their spots so they can hit threes. Niang, probably even get Harden to go stand in the freaking corner and hit a spot up three. Like those, you have to get hot and you have to do something that's really hard to do outside of the one person they have in Tyrese Maxey. So until you get Joel Embiid back, I've been saying this all week, this is the result that you are going to get because you can only speed us up for so long anyway, before Spo makes the adjustment. There's not a whole lot that they can do, but if I were the head coach, if I was Doc Rivers and I knew what the fuck was fixing to go down, I would be like, we are going to run. We are going to run like we are Steve Nash and the Phoenix Suns with D'Antoni. Like, that's what we're fixing to do. We're shooting under 7 seconds. I don't care.
Yeah, and to add to Ray's point here, I was just looking at this on Cleaning the Glass. The Sixers in the half court, they were in the half court 84.3% of their possessions. 83 offensive rating, not good at all. In transition, 13% of their possessions, a 200 offensive rating. And naturally, it's going to be higher in transition, but the drastic difference between those two, the Heat got to keep them out of transition. And you do that by taking care of the basketball, which the Heat have done a pretty good job of, and then having good offense. And as long as you're having good offense, whether the ball goes in or not, it gives you a chance to get back on defense. The Sixers have not turned the ball over, and that's really why we're not getting into transition as much as we were in the first game. So we had somebody jump up. Kendall's got his hand up. Go ahead.
Oh, shit, my bad. That was a mistake, but since I got the floor. Shout out to the basement. My man Thread, Royal, Adam, Jonathan. Shout out Ms. Lynette. We out here. You already know.
Yeah, those guys got it covered on the post-game show. So after the game, right around about 10 o'clock, 10:15, they'll have you covered late night, talking hopefully about a Heat win. Royal and those guys always have an entertaining environment going on. Whether they win or lose, it's always a good time to watch that. Tony, what is your kind of closing thoughts? What are you thinking going into the second half? You know I'm going to make something about the calling the first timeout is always crucial, but what do you got?
Yeah, it's a great pressure for us to do that tonight too, right? So I think everybody's right. Philly wants to try and get us in transition and speed us up. They created 22 points off of turnovers last game, and that was their most effective looks, right? They only made shots really when we turned the ball over. So Miami understands that. They know what they want to get to. One of the things I think that they should adjust is just when Jimmy is the low man and James Harden has the ball, Jimmy really can't trust any of these defenders. James Harden can still use his dribble to get somebody on their back hip. Jimmy needs to come up and deny that drive to the rim with James. As long as he's doing that, I think we have their offense in a bottleneck. There's not too much they can do. Tobias can make all those shimmy jumpers he wants. Like we're good.
Yeah, Tobias is out here setting the world record for crab dribbles in a half.
Yeah, right. Tell me about it.
Mark Jackson held that record as of the 98-99 season. But let me throw it to DeMar, and then Zach, you can close it up. DeMar, go ahead.
He's gone.
Looks like we lost him.
DeMar, we need Chris's bell.
DeMar disappeared because it's the playoffs. Very fitting there. Very fitting. Zach, you can go ahead and close this up, man.
Man, you know what it is. No one's stressed, bro. You see my little photo here? That's Hero wearing a jumper with Hero on it blowing bubbles. That's all I need to say, bro. It's all I need to say. Bring Embiid back. I don't give a fuck. Fuck Harden. Fuck his hamstring. Fuck the Bucks. Joker, you a bitch. You out of the playoffs. Fuck Trae Young. Fuck everyone. Bam's Defensive Player of the Year. We got this. It's over. It's done. And all you cowards saying Heat in 5, Heat in 6, shut the fuck up. If that's the case, you block me and don't follow me. It's Heat in 4 all day, every day. It's over. It's done. Let's fucking go.
Yeah.
Mad Dog Russo's a fucking dickhead too.
Yeah, fuck Mad Dog.
Oi, oi, oi.
Look, man, we got to find a way to get. We need to get Zach in the basement, man. Zach, he would have a nice time down there. I think I'm going to talk to the boys in the basement, see if we can get Zach down there one of these nights. He belongs down there maybe for one time. So appreciate you guys coming in. We always do this at halftime. Make sure you're following 5 Reasons Sports. Like we said, the post-game show is on YouTube right after the game. Check out Royal, Kendall, Twan, Threat, all those guys. Gad might even have a chart of some sort. If you tune in, you can check that out. And we'll be covering with 5 on the Floor in the morning with the podcast and all that stuff. So
and
you hang on.
For the second half on the 5 Reasons YouTube page, we're doing a live watch party, so you can join.
Yeah, live watch party. Lots of stuff going on. Appreciate you guys, and go Heat.
You know what, guys? Can you still hear me and or see me? I think I'm still in this broadcast. All right, well, I don't have producer powers, but I'm going to stick with you guys. I don't think I'm supposed to be here, but I guess I'm your host now. So shout out to everybody holding it down. Appreciate you guys spending your time with us tonight. I'll try and give you some analysis when I can here. Bam at the top of the action, drawing the big out of the paint, creating a lot of space for our shooters right now. And Jimmy using his leverage against James. Yeah, Star Fox, completely agree. That's how they would have to play Tobias. I think for the rest of the matchup, this is exactly what I would show him every time he touches the ball. Danny Green has 0 assists. He is a literal neutral tonight. He has 1 bucket, and he has a 0 plus minus. So he's doing nothing to affect the game. Yeah, the arena's really empty right now. It's been empty since the first quarter. I wish I would have known. Maybe resale tickets would have been cheap. It's just great effort by Gabe to keep that play alive. You know, nobody really crashed the glasses good there, and Gabe just heads up to get the ball, even though he was out of position to make a play on that rebound.
All right, we are back.
Tried to deny Tobias to the baseline, but you know, it's just, again, Jimmy, I said this in the halftime show. I don't know if you guys heard, but Jimmy has to be a step faster on all of these drives to the baseline. I just need him to hedge harder, just to deny those drives more. I know that opens up some space on the weak side, but I need him to deny those drives.
Thank you, Tony. You came back. I'm sorry I was late. I was having some dinner. How was that halftime show? It was great. I heard some of it. And
I don't know if I can hear you, Alejandro. Let me see if I can.
You can't hear me. All right, guys. Let me know if you can hear me. If you can't hear me, I'm gonna start again. All right. Here we go. It's Leslie Sanchez saying hi. Mario Matute, thank you. Why is half empty? Well, people are going to the bathroom and stuff. Charis, Ronald Fonte, all of you, thank you for being here. All right, we continue. Jimmy Butler with the basket. It's 69-58 for the Miami Heat. Tyrese
Alejandro,
Maxey.
I was holding it down while you were gone, man.
I heard you. I was talking to you, but I think you couldn't hear me.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, thank you. I was saying that I appreciate it, and that we love the halftime show.
Man, I appreciate it. I didn't know you guys were hosting it, so I'm definitely going to show you some more love going forward.
Yeah. We always put it here, so that way we take our break, go to the bathroom, do whatever. So 2 more points for Bam Adebayo, and it's 71-58. Doing great so far in this beginning of the third quarter for the Miami Heat. Let me see. Big Papo says stay white. Jose Mato says 2 Sixers fans in the TNT broadcast. Here's more fun. Yes, for sure. Let your Miami Heat fans know that we are here. Last time we had over 15,000 people here watching all throughout the broadcast. We'll see how many we got today. We'll see. PJ, Mario Matute, how you doing, man? Star Fox says I was a big fan of the ball of the all black, all white jerseys. Yeah, what's your favorite Miami Heat uniform, Tony?
The powder blue Vice has been my favorite so far, and then if we're not picking Vice jerseys, because I think my first 4 would be like Vice jerseys. We're not picking Vices. I love the throwback like '90s Heat jersey, the black with the bright red borders.
Yeah, of the normal ones, I actually like the red one. I think that's more Miami Heat like uniform. But I mean, all of them are nice. The one they had this year, I don't know if they're gonna use it for the playoffs. It's actually nice too. The one with the different colors, so you can use your own combination and stuff. That's different. You can do your own stuff, and it's a different.
Yeah, I gotta be honest. I like the mashup. I like when art has a story. So you put in the yellow borders, it represents the ropes. You have all the different numbers and different fonts from all the different playoff years. I like that.
Yeah, that's dope. All right, let me see. Look, we have a petition here. Can you wish my brother Nick her a happy birthday? Nick, happy birthday, my friend. I hope you're enjoying the game as we are. So happy birthday, Nick her.
I think that this is a troll, my friends. I think that this is a troll.
It could be. Well, we'll see. Anyway, happy birthday to anybody whose birthday's today.
Happy birthday, Victor Oladipo.
There you go. Look at it. Heat getting a lot of good shots. Jose also helping me here. Vic Papo is laughing and saying chill. We'll see. We'll see if it's a troll or not. I got excited. Alejandro says good halftime show.
Thank you.
Yeah, we like it. That's why I play here, because that's the best way to have the best halftime show that is going to be out there. Tank says Miami Heat all the way this year if Milwaukee loses. Ooh, that series is going to be fire. That Celtics Bucks.
You know, that's a lot of confidence there, my friend. I think the Celtics present some interesting challenges for Miami, more so than Milwaukee.
Yeah. I don't know. I think both teams are pretty good. So whoever we get in that eventual Eastern Conference Finals is going to be a tough matchup. All right, let me see. Evan says Jesus loves us. Johnny Praise says the Heat will win for Nick Kerr's birthday. Man, I hope this is true, man, because we're all giving him so much love. I think Miami's going to the finals. They're the deepest. Thank you, Aman. Miami can handle Milwaukee, says Alejandro. When the Heat gets... it's back to the action.
Oil.
Guys, don't distract me. Here comes Bam Adebayo to Max Strus for 3. Misses.
Oh, I hate that shot.
Rebound for Tyrese Maxey. Here it comes. He finds Nyang. Now to the corner for Green. Green actually going into the paint. And he gets his ball deflected by Max Strus, and it's out of bounds.
That's
and it's
turnover.
Heat ball.
Yeah. So right there, just Max Strus giving up the baseline, trusting that Danny Green's athleticism not going to win out. Great defensive effort from him.
Yeah, for sure. All right, here comes Gabe Vincent to Bam Adebayo. It's bomb time. Come on, Bam. Attack him. Attack him. No, he went to Strus. Now, Strus to his left. Great pick and roll. Bam attacking the basket now, and that's a basket. There you go. You see? They can do that all day. If Bam wants it, they can do that all day.
Yeah, I mean, right there, what makes that happen is the defenders going both, closing out on Max. I mean, he's a threat from three, and they know it.
Yeah. Tyrese Maxey, baseline. He finds Young, I think. Back to Maxey. No, the offensive foul. No, they're calling it a defensive foul on Vincent.
Yeah.
It looks like it could have been a charge, but it was not. So, team's second foul of the third quarter. So, 14 seconds, and it's Sixers ball. Let's continue reading some comments here. Johnny says, Embiid comes back next game. You know what that means? Heat in 4. We'll see.
I don't know if he comes back at all, guys. I'm going to be very honest.
Either. All right, Tobias Harris, back to Tyrese Maxey. Tyrese Maxey is Bam on him, and that's a foul on Bam Adebayo. So, again, how many points Tyrese today?
Yeah, so
13
I'm not one.
now.
Yeah, they're switching. They want Bam just to front face him and try and deny the drive. And you see how talented Tyrese is. It's hard to do. Even if you switch with Bam, it's hard to deny Tyrese the lane.
Yeah. No, he's very quick. He's one of the fastest guys right now. So he's probably the fastest guy in this series. So I get it. Yeah. It's hard. All right, here we go. Gabe Vincent with the ball. 12-point advantage for the Miami Heat. 73-61. 6 minutes, 28 seconds left. Jimmy Butler. Butler to his right. Butler to Max Strus for 3. And another Max Strus. 76-61. The Heat really enjoying this third quarter.
Oh, Bam kind of lost in space.
And rebound for Bam Adebayo. By the way, Max Strus and his defense too. Like, he didn't have a great offensive game in the first game, but on defense, he was great. And now today, again. Another floater by PJ. Oh, PJ has missed 2 of those today, and he never misses those type of shots. All right, here comes. Corner 3. Another one. He misses. Tyrese Maxey now running. We have to stop this guy. Jumper, floater. Oh, and then PJ Tucker just slams it out. I thought he thought he had someone behind him. It was by himself. He couldn't just get into the rebound. All right. Let me see. One bomb. Thank you, ma'am. Johnny, thank you. Bam is playing in 8 cylinders. Says Jose Lynette Clark. Thank you, Lynette. Insurance by Lynette, by the way. She's one of our sponsors for the post-up. Insurance by Lynette Clark. So make sure you help her out. Insurance by Lynette. If you need insurance by Lynette is your option there. And talking about post-up, we are going live with the post-up as soon as the game's over. Make sure you check the 5 Reasons YouTube channel. We're going to be here for the post-up show.
And if you need content after that, you will find me in some random Twitter space somewhere, I promise.
That too. And we're going to have all the press conferences. All of that is going to be in the 5 Reasons YouTube channel. We're also going to have the 5 on the Floor episode being recorded tonight, probably posted later tonight as well. So you have all your Heat content. You don't need to watch TNT anymore. Just watch the game and get out of there.
So Ronald, when you go to Twitter by following any of the hosts, so me, Sean, or Marco, you will get Twitter Spaces to appear at the top of your feed on your phone. That's an important detail. It has to be on your phone. But we also post links, so just follow any of us, and you'll see links to the Twitter Space on our timelines.
Where can they follow you, Tony?
You can follow me at Tony Schwartz NBA. I think I should have it posted, maybe not, but SCHWARTZ NBA. Give me a follow, and you'll always see the Twitter Space. I promise. I'll tweet it out every time.
There you go. Okay, so here, This guy was not a troll because he's writing now. He says, need Bam to get 8 more rebounds. There you go. Ronald says, okay, that he was asking you that. What's Harden stats? Let's go and review James Harden stats so far. So right now it's 78, 63 points for the Sixers when Jimmy misses an open two. That was weird. James Harden, 16 points, 3 rebounds, 7 assists so far, 2 steals. And another assist because he just assisted our friend. How was it? Let's practice again. Furkan Korkmaz for a 3. And now Jimmy takes a 3 and he makes a 3.
I like that he used his dribble to get to the corner there, set it, wasn't one leg, set shot. I'm okay with that.
Yeah, it's fine. They're winning by a lot of points, so I guess he can take one of those. So, and a quick basket by the Sixers, and Jimmy Butler comes back to it real fast. He misses, and here comes Korkmaz with a quick break.
Euro.
And Euro's a butt. He missed it. And now it's a rebound for Tyler Hero, who slows the game down. And there's a timeout for the Sixers. Doc Rivers, every time he gets a timeout, he comes out and he's complaining about something. I don't know what happened this time. So 81-68 right now. This is going to be a high-scoring game for sure. This was in the fourth quarter last game. And now we're in the third quarter. Still 3 minutes, 40 seconds to play. And they're winning 81-68. Let's read some more comments. Johnny Praise. The Heat use the majority of their players, which explains why a lot of teams can't hang with us in the second half. Jose Matos says, Bam is everywhere. Alejandro says, TNT sucks. Let's write it on the comments, Tony. Write your hand.
I'm actually doing that right now. I'm signing into Twitter to it right now.
There you go. Ronald Fonte, we're going to give you the username. Here's mine. And then you're going to have Tony as well writing down his Twitter handle. So if you guys want to follow them. Deadman, Defensive Player of the Year. 3-point Jimmy. Jim VP. We have the Jimmy Canasta shirts in the 5 Reasons Sports.com website if you want one. Jimmy will make Giannis cry. I don't know. That series, whichever one of the series is going to be tough. Jose Matos, great D by Gabe. Nigerian Jesus. It does look like Nigerian Jesus. That's funny. Jermaine King, Jim VP. Found Tony. There you go.
Hey, shout out to you, man.
Do you follow back? Yeah, if you follow me right now, I'll follow you back. Yeah.
Yep.
The idea is to interact, not just for you to follow us. The idea is to actually interact there too. Doc Rivers and PJ Tucker would make a beautiful scene. Oh man, that's funny. All right, what jersey, Tony? What jersey?
I don't know if you guys can tell by the hat here, but this is a Goran Dragic jersey. It's been my lucky jersey since the bubble run. I wore it every game during the bubble, and I'm gonna wear it every game on this run as well.
There you go, the Dragon, Goran Dragic. He's probably somewhere here in Miami right now watching.
Oh, absolutely,
enjoying
absolutely.
He beating the Sixers. You remember that series when Dragic just hit Ben Simmons in the head? He was so bad, right?
How could I forget, bro?
That was funny because of that, not because we lost that one. Angel Vergara or Angel Vergara says Sixers need Ben Simmons. Well, too late now.
Yep.
And MN says Jimmy goes from a top 15 players to top 10 or top 8. But if he wins the championship, that's a good debate right there. I don't know. We'll see.
Yeah, I don't think anybody would give Jimmy top 15 love. We're going to be the only people.
If he does what he did against the Lakers and takes the team to maybe.
And you got to talk about it.
Yeah. Especially if he does it against the Warriors or somebody with a lot of attention like that. We'll see. Fox says, nothing I can do. I only want to be with you. There you go. No, during the playoffs, he says. Oh, is Jimmy Butler a top 10 player right now in the playoffs? I think so.
Oh yeah, yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. Yeah, I agree. So yeah. I mean, the thing is, who's not in the playoffs right now? Only maybe Kevin Durant and Kyrie Irving.
Yeah, for playoff performers, I think you got to look at Ja Morant. You have to look at Jason Tatum right now, Jimmy Butler. Like he's in that conversation as being the best player right now in the playoffs.
Yeah. Quick break for Tyrese Maxey. I mean, man, how many? Can you find that? How many transition points have the Sixers had this game? Man,
I think I can after the game. I don't know if I can during.
So make sure you follow Tony because he's gonna tweet that after the game. Man, I feel like 90% of Tyrese Maxey's baskets have come that way.
Well, they have 8 points in transition and 6 points now off of turnovers.
Okay, so 14. I'm pretty sure Tyrese has like 12 or 10 or 12 of those 14.
Absolutely.
Right. Here comes Jimmy Butler. Double team back. Jimmy Butler against our friend Forkmas. For 2, and he gets out. So it's Jimmy Butler time. And it's Jimmy Butler trying to get to 20 points now. If you play the over, Jimmy is heading that way. And he already has 10 assists. So he's in a double-double already. Hero's leading the team with 6 rebounds. He could get to a double-double if he gets 4 more rebounds as well. Jim Butler with the free throw is good. And it's 84-71 right now for the Heat. 3 minutes left. 3 minutes, 10 seconds left. Ooh, Jimmy Butler he went for the steal. He missed it. And then there was an open shot there for the Sixers. Niang under the basket for an easy 2. And that's hit ball. Tyler Hero to his left. He gets trapped in the corner. He gives it to Jimmy, who is really in the corner. Let me see. 10 seconds.
He's going to pull
What's going to happen here? He's going to his right. He finds Detman. And Detman gets fouled. Almost made that basket. But it's 2. It's going to be 2 free throws for Dwayne Detman. Sanju, we have new people coming in here. Sanju R says, after the first round, he was first in scoring and second in points prevented.
Yep.
Right. He was the best overall player. We'll have to get back to those numbers to see where he's at right now.
Yeah, it was Jokic and Jimmy and no one else.
Right. Jose says, Jimmy, if playoffs, is top 5. And Star Fox says, facts. All right, let me see. Who else here? Jaime Canasta. Rapping Bam, vice versa. There you go. Juan Restrepo says, hitting 5. Jimmy's play style isn't flashy, which is why he's underrated. Yeah, he's not going to make the top 10 very often, but he's definitely very effective. And that's what matters. All right, Tyrese Maxey for a long 3. He makes it. So right now it's Heat 86. Maxey trying to come back. 76 with the Sixers. Let's go Heat chance at FTX Arena. Jimmy Butler to his left, to his right, baseline. He finds who? Vincent in the corner. Corner 3, misses, rebound by Detman.
Great rebound.
And he gets fouled by Niang, so he's going back to the line. Great rebound there by Dwayne Detman. Detman is back. Yeah, I mean, I told you guys, it was very hard for him to do it even worse than he did in game 1. He's actually doing a lot today. So, yes, we're going to review his stats here in a second. Ron Baker says hitting 4. Bakari Rivera says, where can I stream for a game for the frisky?
Not in public, my friend. DM me and I'll shoot you a link.
Right. It's kind of illegal. All right. Aman says, like, he's averaging 40% from 3 and averaging 28 a game. Well, he actually didn't score those many points in the first game either. So let me go back real quick just to review it. Jimmy Butler had 15 points in game 1. And he's actually scored more today. He has 20 today.
Yeah, that you show a lot of youth and inexperience from Tyrese Maxey denying the screen there. He would have had Gabe Vincent on a switch, which would have been better for him than Jimmy. So it turned that into 2 easy points on the other side.
And they miss another 3. Yep. Another rebound for Dwayne Dedmon. And here comes Tyler Hero. I mean, this feels like an easy game for the Heat, but they're still hanging out there. And it's been 12-10 for a while. Gabe Vincent attacking the basket. He misses. Rebound for Niang. Back to Tyrese Maxey. And that's a dunk for Maxey.
Yeah, lazy closeout by Victor there. Again, these guys have to attack their angles harder. They need to get in front of Maxey immediately and deny his drive.
So less than a minute. 1 minuto. We missed the 2 minutes there. Here comes Jimmy Butler. Maxey right on top of him.
Yeah,
back.
Jimmy wants it.
And that's a travel or a foul. What happened? I saw a travel. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. And that was a good matchup for Jimmy. But it's Sixers ball. 41.2 seconds left in the third quarter.
Great production work there.
Comes another foul. And Maxey is going to the line again. Maxey is really taking over now.
Yeah.
22 points. He's leading the team. It was Harden, but now it's Tyrese Maxey. Harden with 18 points right now.
He just has a little more space to operate with Dedmon on the floor. You get Dedmon on the weak side of the play. All of a sudden, Maxey has more space to drive at that rim. But to make up for that, you have to trust his rim pressure. You have to trust his ability to defend the rim. And the guys who are hedging on Maxey have to just hedge harder and sooner.
Yes. Niang goes to the bench. The 5 on the floor right now for the Heat. Dedmon, Hero, Martin, Butler, and Oladipo. Tyrese Maxey makes it at 8-point game right now. 9-point game. Tyler Hero, back, left, jumper, 2 points.
Great look.
That floater was beautiful. 91-80, 26 seconds. They went for the 2-for-1 there, and they got it.
And so great IQ by Tyler, because now it's a 2-for-1 situation.
Yes. So there's about 5 seconds between both clocks. Double team on Maxey.
Oh, with a Dedmon trap. Interesting.
Yes. Then the Sixers find Green, and that's a 24-second violation. So great defense for the Miami Heat. Tyrese Maxey wants a full court pressure on the Heat, and the Heat are going to have 5.3 seconds to draw play. Let me see if they call timeout or not. They're just going for it.
Yeah, Eric's calling a play right now.
All right. Tyler Hero on the ball. To Oladipo. Oh, man.
Oh, yeah.
Still, and they almost made it. That was almost the worst case scenario there. Oh, man. That was rough. Okay, 91-80 after 3 full quarters. We have new guys, new girls coming in. Jimmy Butler and Hero. I love them, the way they're playing. Thank you, Ivy. Jose Mata says, Tyler, let's go. Maxey, Struz, Duncan. No Duncan tonight either. So he's just sitting this one out, I guess. For now, we'll see if we see him in Philly when the series turns over to Philadelphia on Friday. We're going to be on Friday with a pregame show 1 hour before the game. The game starts at 7, so no 7:30, but 7 p.m. So it's going to be a half an hour earlier on Friday. We're going to be here on the Five Reasons YouTube channel. We're going to have more content coming your way. Let's review the box score at the end of the third quarter. Right now, it's Jimmy Butler with 20 points, 4 rebounds, 10 assists. Tyler Hero, 18 points, 6 rebounds, 1 assist, 1 block. Bam Adebayo, 15 points, 4 rebounds, 2 assists, 1 steal. Who's the fourth best team in the team? Victor Oladipo. It's Victor time. 4 rebounds, 1 assist for Oladipo. The fifth best guy is Vincent and Dedmon with 7 points. Dedmon 5 rebounds, 3 rebounds for Vincent, 3 assists for Vincent, 1 for Dedmon. Or no, nothing for Dedmon, I'm sorry. 3 points for Caleb Martin, also coming off the bench. 6 points for both Strus and Tucker in the starting lineup. John Salvier Davos, shout out from the Philippines. What time is around there? Good morning around there. I know it's already tomorrow there in the Philippines. So thank you for following us and for being here with us. That was a Morant play. Production says, Praxidio says, Jay Morant, Trae Young, now Maxi. Let me see. Okay. Ronald Fonte says, I've been calling it, need someone in front of Maxi.
It's tough. It's tough to keep somebody in front of Maxi.
Yeah, and you still have to guard James Harden and Tobias Harris as well.
Yeah.
So it is what it is. That's why not having Joel Embiid, it's really affecting them too, because that would be 4 guys that you really have to pay attention to.
Yeah, in honesty, I would have figured it was Maxi's series with Joel on the floor because he's going to have the first cut all night.
Yeah.
That's where you could see the return of Duncan Robinson if Joel Embiid appears back into the series again.
Well, that's supposed to be happening on Friday. We'll see.
So they say.
Okay, my broadcast stopped. All right, now we're going. Okay, last quarter. Thanks for reading my honest comment. Praxidia, I didn't understand your comment. Thad Young Guns taking over, is that? Or the Young Guns taking over? That's what you're saying.
Yeah,
they
so
win
I mean,
games, but mostly they lose them because of their eagerness. They forget they have teammates. Become ball hogs. Okay, now I get it.
The Ja Morant thing, though, people give that title to Ja Morant, but they really create great offense when he drives every single time. Right. So I hear that about those other cats, but I think he's one of those dudes that needs to do this, and Tyrese has to score tonight. Who else is going to do it on the floor for the 76ers?
Yeah. James Harden is on the ball. He has Caleb Martin on him. Mm-hmm. Caleb Martin, he learned his lesson, and now it's just giving the right side to Harden, and that's another 24-second violation there.
Killing him.
Harden is complaining about something. He has to look at the shot clock. He had like 4 seconds left, so it's his fault. That's what I would tell him. I would tell him, bro, shut up. It's your fault. Shoot it. What are you doing? All right, here we go. Oladipo with Bam Adebayo. Max Strus is back in. Tyler here is back in. He's going to his right. Another floater, and that's a block from behind. Who was that? Number 22. Is that Thibault?
Yeah, it's Matisse.
Matisse Thibault. All right, here we go. Heat ball with 10 seconds. Back to Max Strus.
Good play.
Strus in the corner with Maxi. Not much space there. Back to Bam. Bam has to attack the basket. He goes for it. Misses. And that's a rebound for the Sixers. Here comes James Harden. Fast break. He missed that dunk. Can't miss that dunk, man. You're down by 11 points in the fourth quarter. Just make that layup, and that's it. Anyway, Tyrese Maxey got fouled right after. So he's going back to the line again. Doc Rivers giving some instructions to Harden there on the side. And Harden is saying something. Let me see. I wish I could read their lips right now. We can see the actual board. Let me see. This is interesting. They were talking about something in the paint, but I don't know. All right. Maxi makes his first free throw. Ronald Fonte says zone will slow down Maxi.
Zone, I think, is what they would go to if Joel Embiid was on the court. I completely agree. But without him, there's no reason to. Maxey can score in bunches, but you can do enough to slow him down to not give them advantages.
Okay, 9-point advantage. 11 minutes to go here in the fourth quarter. Tyler Hero with the ball. Tyler Hero to Max Strus. Almost got him. Tyler Hero, good defense by Philly.
Great leverage.
They find Martin, then back to Bio.
Was that a pass? I don't think that was a pass.
What do you think it was?
I think they knocked it out of Caleb's hands, and it just found Bam.
That could be it. I don't have a replay, so if you have a replay.
I don't either.
All right. Well, then it was a pass. I don't know. Let me see. Jose Mato says, Doc and Harden have a bad relation. I'm waiting for Morant versus Butler. Who's going to win? Ooh.
That's a lot of faith in Ja Morant to get them to the finals.
Yeah, that's a lot of games left for that matchup. And I don't know what ESPN would do in that case. They will broadcast something else.
Yeah, they would cry.
All right, here we go. First one for Bam Adebayo. Is it good? 92-82. He misses the second one. Team rebound for the Sixers. Tyrese Maxey. He has Caleb Martin on him. Now Oladipo on him. They switch. Maxey to his right. And he's just making those shots all the time.
We got to sub out of this lineup immediately.
Yeah, we have to make that adjustment at some point. All right, 8-point advantage now. Bam Adebayo ball. Max Strus back to Bam. Bam back to Oladipo, who gives it back to Bam. They lose it. So it's a turnover and a fast break. You have to foul him here. Oh, he lost it. And I think it's turnover. Oh, they're saying Sixers ball.
You know, Max is arguing jump ball right now, and I completely agree with him. I think he had two hands on that ball there. Let's see. One, two. Yeah, that's a jump ball in my mind.
I think they're calling for offensive foul. What?
They're calling an offensive foul on Max?
On Maxey, I think. I don't know. Right now, they're going for a timeout. Something happened there. I don't know. We'll figure it out here. So 10 minutes left. It's an 8-point game right now.
Oh, it's a player timeout. There's blood on Maxey there.
Oh, okay. That's what they called. Player timeout. I heard offensive foul. Very different. All right. Evie Love says, but still my man Jan Morant and Kevin Durant. She loves them both. Okay. Very good players.
I think both will be in Cancun after the end of this round.
Remember, the Heat play on Friday. Friday will be the third game. Sunday, the fourth one. And if the series continues, they'll go on Tuesday. All right, here comes James Harden with the ball. 18 seconds to Tyrese Maxey.
And Maxey wants space. Bam has to deny quickly if the drive comes.
And here comes the ball to the paint. Read on Adebayo. And great rebound by Caleb Martin. Great defense by Bam. And great rebound by Caleb Martin. And that was a foul on Reed there. It was not a bad pass by James Harden, but the thing is Reed against Adebayo in the paint, so that's not a favorable matchup in there. But that was a good play. All right, here comes Victor Oladipo with the ball. Oladipo to his left. Oh, back to Bam. They hit the Sixers defender, and then it's another turnover. Not a clean one so far in the fourth one for either one of the teams.
You know, that's
James
something Victor's
Harden.
still struggling with, feeding that pass.
Yeah. Victor, step back by Harden. He misses. Rebound by Tyler Hero. Tyler Hero is going to end up with a double-double if he can get 3 more rebounds. Tyler Hero to his left. Step back. 3. Ooh, in and out.
Oh,
That was almost a great play. Tyrese Maxey to James Harden. Bam Adebayo. No, Oladipo on James Harden. He deflects the ball a little bit. Back to, he's going to do a step back
James
here.
gonna take him. Yeah.
I feel it. He did it. He stepped to the side and he went for the three. He missed it. We all
They got
knew
Caleb
he
on the
was gonna
fast
do it.
break.
And here comes Victor Oladipo.
Nice.
Fast transition. And that's 2 points for Oladipo. It's Victor time. 10-point advantage back to the Heat. James Harden finds Harris, and that's a foul on Max Strus. I saw it from here. I know Max is going to complain. That was one of the Duncan Robinson's fouls. You know, when Duncan uses his hands a lot and he gets those stupid foul calls, that was the same play. I saw it, so they were going to see it. And it's not a bad foul, actually. The Heat needed to stop a little bit.
Yeah, I mean, you don't really trust the Sixers to draw up good plays, right? So, side out's not the worst.
Yeah, Ronald Fonte says, need to take care of the ball down the stretch. You need to take care of the ball always. But, yes, you're right. James Harden trying to go by. That would have been called a foul last year, not this year. He's trying to go by Strus and who was the other guy? Martin, I think. And now they call a foul on Harden. He's going to go complain. Hopefully he gets a tech.
Yeah, that's ball. That's ball.
Ronald Fonte says the TNT announcers are drunk. We're gonna try to do the same on Friday. On Friday, I'll have a beer or something here. Today it's Wednesday and it's hard, but on Friday we have to do it a little different.
I think they saw a center on a guard, and that's just an automatic thing to say.
Oh, okay.
But yeah, that's because they don't watch the team. That's exactly what that is.
Yeah. They don't. I mean, they're like me trying to figure out who the Sixers are. That's how they are right now. Okay, but they're getting paid way more. Here we go. Vic Papo says, "Ain't no way TNT just said Bam on Max is a mismatch."
That's to my point right there.
Oh my God! You could tell they really don't watch our games. They don't even know that Bam was one of the best defenders in the league this year. That's what happens.
So somebody asked, is Dedmon and Duncan DNP's coach's decisions or what? But Dedmon's played a lot. He's been impactful. Duncan is a coach's a DNP, coach's decision DNP.
Yeah. So Dedmon has played 10 minutes today. That's a lot. 10 minutes for Dwayne Dedmon.
Yep, it's big minutes for him.
Oladipo on Harden. Let me see. They're gonna call that a foul on Max Strus, but that was close.
Was he in the restricted? Is that what they call that? It looked like he established position.
I saw him right outside, but I don't know if he was.
Oh, I challenged that.
I think he was still moving. I don't know. You have a replay there?
It looked like he was still to me.
Okay. They're not challenging so far.
They're not doing it.
Those refuse sucks chants coming off the FTX arena. So 2 more free throws for James. Free throw Harden. He makes the first one. All right. Praxidio says, love you guys. Keep it up. Thank you. Tell your friends. Subscribe. Give it a thumbs up. Leave your comments. All of those are ways to help us here. Evans Rose says, that was all ball. I don't know. I just don't have replay, so Tony's the one who saw it.
It looked like Max was straight up and down to me. His foot did shift, but I mean, he established position before. Yeah. But I don't think Spo wants to waste a challenge on that.
He was for sure outside of the restrictor area.
Definitely.
Oh, that's an alley-oop. It's Tyler Hero to Bam Adebayo, and then the Sixers almost lost the ball.
That's hashtag the future.
They did. They turned the ball over. So very quick turn of events right there. A Bam slam dunk, and then I didn't even see what happened. Was it a Heat defense or was it just the Sixers? I don't know.
I think it was just the Sixers.
they just turned it over. Okay, Oladipo with the ball. He's getting flashy. Step back to. Ooh, missed it.
Yeah,
Rebound.
He knows he's getting
Back
subbed
to
out soon.
Hero. He finds Struz in the corner for three. Max Stress. So it's 99-86 for the Heat. 13-point advantage. And that is Struz' third three of the night. He's 3 for 5 tonight. Not many shots. He was 1 for 7 in the first game. He's 3 for 5 in this one. So way much better night in that regard. Vivian Labu says, Heat 2-0. Ronald says, Duncan has been working on his Super Saiyan form for Heat versus Bucks. Spo doesn't want to show his hand yet. Oh, man. Let me see. Evie says, I wish Reggie Lewis and Black Mamba still here. Star Fox, let's go. Orlina de la Rosa says, feel it in 6. Orlina, are you from Philadelphia? I'm sorry. I don't think that's going to happen, but it's fine. We actually, in the first game, we had way more Philadelphia fans here. Today is more of a Heat audience for sure. But the last first game, we had a lot of Philly guys. Let's check for the first time in the night. And remember, as soon as the game's over, we're going to be doing the post-up show, not here, in a different broadcast. So make sure you check that out. It's Miami Heat versus Philadelphia 76ers. Post-up show, game 3 here on the 5 Reasons YouTube channel as soon as the game is over. Let's check. So far, Tony, this is the first measurement, so don't get excited about it because it's not the final one. So far, it's 8,000 people, but it's going to grow. I know. It's going to continue growing because this is the first number that we get, and we're still counting. So 8,000 people watch.
8,000 people have watched the broadcast today?
Yes. So far.
That's humongous. That's huge, man.
It was 15,000 for the first game in the series.
Yeah.
And we got to 17,000 in one of the games against the Hawks. So we're trying to get there. A couple of years ago in the finals against the Lakers, you can imagine it was like 100,000.
Oh, man.
It's because we stayed here and we had the press conferences after every finals game, and it was fun. It was fun. We're warming up. We're warming up for it.
Yeah. These are 8,000 still big number.
Yeah.
You got game 2 without Joel Embiid. Like, there's probably more attention on the Hawks than this series right now.
Yeah. All right, here we go. Let me see more messages here. Iki says Truce is loose, man.
He's getting there.
Man says Nick Kerr should get a job working for Miami. Maybe in the front office as a, I don't know, general manager or something. So happy for him. Ronald Fonte said, hey, speak of the devil. Vic Papo say, hate the fact that Philly fans get satisfying the saying if Embiid didn't get hurt. Well, that's a playoffs. Kyle Lowry got hurt anyway. So we're basically playing with the I know we have Caleb Martin and I don't know, maybe who else? Healthy Oladipo, but other than that, it's the same team and PJ Tucker, but other than that, it's the same team that we played last year. No Kyle Lowry.
Tyler Hero talking a little trash to James Harden there.
That's funny. Well, he's been the best player so far. Ooh, foul call on Jimmy Butler.
Oh, that's a terrible ball. They call kickball actually, not foul. I hate that.
Oh, okay. I thought it was a foul call. Here in the TNT overtime broadcast, you could hear one of the fans like, "What the fuck? What's he just call?" That's funny. All right, here we go. James Harden back to the paint. They're actually attacking the paint a lot now. Tobias Harris in there, nothing. And now rebound for Bam Adebayo. 6 minutes.
Interesting to see Victor still on the floor.
Yeah, he's playing a lot of minutes lately in this couple of minutes. So Jimmy Butler to Bam Adebayo. Oh, alley-oop to Jimmy Butler. That's another dunk for Jimmy Canastas. And the Sixers miss an open layup. And here comes the Heat now. Jimmy Butler getting excited. Max Strus for three.
Is he loose? No, not too loose.
Ooh. He almost made it. Another three for the Sixers. And another miss and another rebound for Jimmy Butler. Jimmy Butler is 4 rebounds shy of a triple-double. Jimmy Butler to Bam Adebayo. He has James Harden on him. Oh, you should attack him. Now, Victor Oladipo in the corner for 3. And it's Victor time. Another 3 for the Heat. Bam Adebayo is calling everybody to stand up and cheer for this team. It's an 18-point advantage now for the Miami Heat. And it looks like our friend Star Fox says like a dagger there. Big Papo says 4. Ronald Fonte says Jermaine. Oh, talking about Jermaine King. Oh, Jermaine is here. What's up, Jermaine? How you doing? I didn't see you here earlier. Jermaine says, I have to. They talk a lot of crap. And Pepas is actually playing right now.
They're playing Pepas with 5 minutes left?
Yes, and they did it last game. They did it with even more minutes left. Like 6 and something. So, yeah. Pepas is playing right now. And our friend Jaro Starayo says, Philly going to win this. Man, if you're so confident, go. Well, it's too late now, maybe.
It's too late.
Next game, go to Better Edge, and you can play. You can play us there.
Yeah, Philly had plus 117, I think. So, or 325 actually. What am I thinking? 325.
So if they end up winning, you can get a lot. Kiki says, "Let's go!" Yeah, that was a great succession of events there. A couple of misses, a couple of threes for the Heat, and now it's an 18-point lead. This is how it's felt the entire game. Like the Sixers are hanging around because Maxey has just been great tonight. 28 points. So even more points than Tobias Harris in the first game. But that's the thing. The Heat has allowed one of these two guys to really get hot. Harden has 20 tonight. Not a terrible night. Let me check his numbers, actually. Well, he's 6 for 15, 40%, and 1 for 5 from 3. And it's actually raining pretty hard out there. Can you hear that?
Yeah, I can. Holy cow.
Yeah, I saw the flashlight. I was like, what's going on? And
jeez, I'm surprised I picked up in the mic.
Yeah, you heard the thunder there. Yeah, so it's raining quite a bit here in South Florida. And so not terrible, but 1 for 5 for 3, I guess is not good. He was 2 for 7 in the first game, so pretty much around the same percentage. The Sixers in general, 6 for 26. Not a good night. Again, 23% from 3. And from the field, they are 43%. So they're way better from the field than they are. That's mostly Maxey. Let me see Maxey's percentages. He's 10 for 19, so 52% there. And he's only taken 3 threes, 1 for 3 so far. So
yeah, he's holding them above water. I've got some advanced stats for you here. Philly's offense right now is producing 104 offensive rating to Miami's 126. Miami has a really balanced shot diet right now, 32% at the rim, 33% at the mid-range, and 35% from 3. So you love to see that, especially shooting the percentages they have. And they're doing really well in the half court still, 113 points per 100 possessions to Philly's 84. So you're going to get mismatches all night. You're going to be able to hunt them. Especially closing out, that half-court offense becomes so much more important, and we're just able to create, and they can't.
Now, here we go. Please stand up and make some noise for your Miami Heat. Here comes. Pepas playing equals Heat win. You all talking last week that Victor would not see much playing time. That didn't age well. Well, we didn't know Kyle Lowry was not going to be able to play, so...
Yeah, and game 4, Depot, I mean, shut a lot of people up inside the network, outside the network. I don't think anybody thought this would happen.
It was a normal take. I mean, the Heat was playing better without him anyway. 3 from Tobias Harris from the corner, so Sixers trying to get back to it. 15-point advantage now. Let's go Heat chance. 5 minutes left in the fourth quarter. Remember, right after the game, post-up show here on the Five Reasons YouTube channel. Jimmy Butler to Oladipo. What happened? Out of bounds.
You see it.
He stepped on the line, and that's another turnover. I think Oladipo, let me see how many turnovers he's had so far. Oladipo has 4 turnovers with this one.
Yeah. That's the part of his game that's still coming back. He's figuring out space, where to thread the needle, where not. And chemistry is obviously an issue. He hasn't played a lot with these guys.
Yeah. All right. They find. Who was that?
Whoa, that storm is ridiculous. Holy crap.
Yeah. It's raining a little bit out there. And you guys can hear it. Let me see. Going back to my number 30, right? Who was that shot that corner 3 there? It was not my friend Forkan Korkmaz.
It was Korkmaz.
Was
it
it
30 Korkmaz?
No, the number 30 is. Ooh, here comes another one. It's a little farther away. It didn't sound. Number 30. There it is. Oh no, it is Korkmaz. Yes. I was looking at his age. He's 24 years old. Forkan Korkmaz. Oh, there it is.
Oh, buddy. You are going through it right now. Holy crap.
All right. Bam Adebayo on the line. 2 free throws for him. Here comes the second one. He makes it 106-89 now. Sixers ball. 4 minutes, 20 seconds to play. James Harden. Tyrese Maxey. 28 points for Maxey. James Harden, 20 points tonight. He has Tyler Hero on him.
Yep.
Double team with Bam Adebayo. He gets out
denial.
of it. 4-3 now. Tobias Harris. Another 3 for Harris. So Harris and Maxey keeping the Sixers somewhat alive here in the fourth quarter. Still a great 14-point advantage for the Heat, but not bad. Tyler Hero gets trapped. He turns the ball over. That's a fast break for Maxey. We know what happened every time Maxey gets that fast break. That's 2 more points for the Sixers, and the Heat call timeout. So it's 106-94. The Sixers actually cutting that advantage. It went up to 18 points, and now it's just 12. Let me check here the box score. 106-94. Tyrese Maxey, man, with these points so far, he's up to 30. 3 rebounds, 2 assists. He's 11 for 20. He has been the best player tonight. Harden, 20. Harris, 18. Harden is 1 assist away from the double-double. He has 9. 4 rebounds. 4 rebounds as well for Harris and 4 assists. For the Heat, 22 points for Butler now. He's taking over there as the top scorer. Bam Adebayo, 20. It's been a quiet double-double, almost triple-double for Jimmy Butler, huh? That's unbelievable. He has 6 rebounds, so he needs 4 rebounds in 3:45. I don't know if he's going to get it.
No.
Bam Adebayo, 20 points, 6 rebounds, 3 assists. Hero, 18 points, 7 rebounds, 3 assists. Oladipo, 14 points, 4 rebounds, 1 assist. And
I need Tyler to get 1 more point here for my prize picks card.
Ooh, you went over on him, right?
I went over on 18.5, yeah.
18.5. So that's where he's at right now. They're so good with it, right? Like
they're so good.
They are always so close, man. They're good. We're gonna have to give Prize Picks a round of applause here. They're always close there. All right, Heat ball. Here comes 3:35 to play here in FTX Arena. Jimmy Butler back to Victor. Victor is attacking the basket. He steps back inside for Bam Adebayo. Misses the first one. Rebound. He goes up again. That's a foul and 1 for Bam Adebayo. So he gets to his 7th rebound, and he ties Jimmy Butler for the lead in the scoring table, 22-22, and he has 1 free throw. He's 6 for 9 tonight. The Heat have missed. Let me see. He's actually 8 for 10. The Heat have missed 4 free throws. The Sixers have missed 3 tonight. And Adebayo makes this one, so it's 109.94 for the Heat. Tyrese Maxey on the ball again. Tyler Hero on him. To his left, to his right, to his left again. Step back, and he makes it. He's just on fire tonight.
Yeah, he's doing great. That's a tough shot, though. Great defense by Tyler. You let him take it.
Yeah, right now, I mean, you don't have to get too crazy, but if you wanted to do something, you have to double team the guy. That's the only. Oh man, Tyler Hero getting stolen there, and he fouls Tobias Harris.
Damn.
That was not a smart foul. So Harris is gonna go to the line. 2 points for Harris, and he gets the opportunity to make it a 10-point game. Hero should have just let that go. That was 2 easy points for the Sixers anyway.
Yeah, one of the best adjustments Philly's made so far is putting Harris on Tyler as the man defender.
Yeah. So Tobias Harris with another decent game tonight. He makes the free throw. And it's 2 minutes, 51 seconds left to play here. Tyler Hero to his left.
Yeah.
Tobias Harris again on him. But this is the thing. Now you have Jimmy Butler with Tyrese Maxey on him.
Yep.
That's
the screen. Yep.
Great screen right there. Jimmy Butler coming up. He attacks. No good. Rebound for Bam. That's the 8th rebound for Bam Adebayo. So he's 2 away from those 10. Here comes Jimmy Butler back at it. 6 points. 6 seconds, I'm sorry. Cork pass on him. Yep. Jimmy Butler pump fakes. He shoots. He misses. Rebound by Tucker, but it's out of bounds. Now it's Heat ball, actually.
Heat ball.
So Bam Adebayo getting that 8th rebound. He's 2 away from the double-double. Jimmy Butler attacking the basket. He finds Tucker, who gives it to Oladipo. That's a foul call there.
Illegal
and
screen.
If it's a 3-point foul call, that was a stupid foul. That's all I'm going to say. Let me see. I think it was a 3-pointer.
Oh, maybe it was. Maybe it was a.
It looked like a 3-pointer. They're saying 2.
They're saying it happened on the floor, I think.
And it was our friend Korkmaz with the foul. Korkmaz is not hard. The hard part is when you add the Forkan Korkmaz. That's where it gets tricky.
Forkan Korkmaz.
Forkan Korkmaz. But it's Victor time right now. 110-99. Here comes the Thunder. There it is. It's raining quite a bit here in Miami. 111.99. 2 good points there for Oladipo. 2 minutes. 2 minutes. 2 minutos. And a foul again on Tyrese Maxey. He's going to end up with 40, man. Oh, my God. 32 points, and he's going back to the line for 2 more free throws. And Tyler has to stop fouling people, too. Just stop fouling. He's stopping the clock and giving the Sixers free throws.
Yeah, and that's probably the most dangerous thing is they're scoring points without the clock moving, right?
Yeah. So just let it go. Let it be. Tyrese Maxey makes the first one, so he gets to 33 points. So it's going to be a 10-point advantage with 2 minutes to play here in Miami. Tyrese Maxey makes the second one. Full court press by the Sixers. Adebayo to PJ Tucker.
Yeah, they're doing it with Reed and Harris, which is interesting.
Yeah, here comes Adebayo. Back to Butler. So it's Jimmy Butler with Tobias Harris on him. Victor Oladipo with the screen. Now it's our friend Korkmaz on Jimmy Butler. And this is the matchup you want. He attacks the basket. He finds Oladipo for 3. And that's a good one. Victor time. Victor Oladipo. Tyrese Maxey for 3. He misses. And this is about to be game here sometime soon. Bam Adebayo. If the Heat can score here, it's over. 124. They foul.
They have to foul.
And the foul's on Tobias Harris.
Oladipo on his birthday. Shout out Taurus Gang. Taurus Gang, Taurus Nation showing up.
Let me see where they are. Eligio says, felicidades muchachos, buenas transmisión. Gracias, Eligio. Thank you very much.
Gracias.
I like Harris' game. Yeah, Tobias Harris has played a great series so far.
Yeah.
Jimmy Butler misses the first free throw. And Maxi has shown up in this second game for sure. So Harris is out, Reed is out, Korkmaz is out. I think the Sixers are just done for the night.
That's it.
James Harden is out. DeAndre Jordan has been out for a while.
I think I'm gonna miss my prop. I don't think Tyler's gonna get another bucket here,
All
guys.
right, we're still missing that point from Tyler Hero. Oladipo though, he has scored 19 so far now. All right, here we go. 114, 101. Butler missed both of them.
I needed 1 point for 5 minutes. I couldn't get it. That's
here
crazy.
Comes a steal from Jimmy Butler. He's not in a rush.
It. It's wrapped up.
And Hero's not playing anymore, so that would be it. Omer, your 7 is in. Butler is actually playing the last minutes. And your 7, man, your 7 is so effective when he gets these trashy minutes. He just gets in and gets points. Smith is in. Caleb Martin now fouling.
Yeah, that's it.
So 116, 101, 55 seconds. And here comes our friend, our beloved Duncan Robinson. He's going to play 55.9 seconds to finish up the game. So the first minutes for Duncan Robinson here in the series. Papito, ya te llamo, estoy transmitiendo.
I know somebody's happy to see Duncan right now.
Sean Rochester, probably? We'll see.
Yeah, I could think of somebody else as well, but definitely Sean.
Play of Rob, your fan here. Man, no Duncan. Yes, you have Duncan right there. Give the ball to Duncan. Let's get Duncan. Duncan's staying in the corner now. He's like, I'm not going to even play this game. All right. Highsmith is in. He's attacking the basket. He's going for it. He gets blocked. And that's a steal. And that's 2 points. And that's a foul. And that's Caleb Martin. What a great pickup for the Heat this season. Caleb Martin. So 2 points and 1.
Joe, I'm happy you hit your parlay, man. I did not hit mine. So I'm rooting for you, brother.
Joe is happy. Woo! It's a great day. Yeah, Joe he's going to get us alcohol on Friday. Thank you.
There we go.
There we go. Alejandro says, thank you for the entertainment, guys. Thank you, guys. And make sure you let your Heat fans know, hey, don't watch that trash. On Friday, we're going to get ESPN. It's not much better. So tell them to come over here and hang out with us.
Pepa igual a pala seca.
Pepa. All right, game's over. Ale, post-game, yes. We're going to be in the post-game show here as soon as we wrap it up here. Tony, before you leave, your final thoughts on the game.
Yeah, they did exactly what they needed to do. They executed against a broken Philly defense and put a ton of pressure on the rim and hit shots. That's going to be the recipe going forward. Defensively, they were extremely active, a bunch of energy on the glass. That's what you love to see.
Awesome. Thank you, Tony, for joining us. Hopefully you can be with us on Friday as well, so we have fun doing this. I loved it. I enjoy sharing here with our Heat fans. Thank you, Tony. And what we're going to do to close it out, before you guys can go and watch the post-up show, we're going to review the final score and the final box score stats. Bam Adebayo ended up with 23 points, so he led the team with those 23 points and 9 rebounds. He was so close for the double-double, 3 assists as well. Jimmy Butler, 22.6 rebounds, 12 assists. Another great performance by Jimmy Butler all over. He also had 2 steals, and he played almost up to the last second. Victor Oladipo with 19.6 rebounds, 1 assist. Then Tyler Hero, 18.7 rebounds, 3 assists. Those were the 4 best Heat players on the offensive side. Max Strus ended up with 9.7 for Vincent, 7 for Dedmon, 6 for Morton, 6 for PJ Tucker as well.
Yeah.
2 points for Yurtseven there in a minute and 23 seconds, and that was it. I mean, Highsmith played as well. Dot Robinson got 1 rebound in those 55 seconds that he got, but maybe he sees some. I'm feeling that he's gonna get some minutes in Philadelphia.
Yeah, he'll get minutes if Joel Embiid is back. I think that they like him against the drop, DHO, pull Joel out. He'll get minutes.
Yeah, I feel the same way. Thank you, Tony. So Joel Alarcon says, próxima vez in Miami, we were in Michigan. All right. Next time in Miami, we'll get together and we'll get some beers. Let's go Heat. When's the Goldstein playing again? Let me see real fast. Are they playing tonight? No, they're playing tomorrow night, right?
I think they're off till Friday with us.
They're off. I don't see them here I see them on Saturday.
Yeah, a lot of teams got a break. Some teams 2, some teams 3 days.
They're not playing. Nobody's playing on Thursday.
Yep. So Friday and Saturday are the next games.
Friday's Heat and Suns again. So they're playing on Saturday. Their third game of the series. There you go. Don't drink too much, says Alejandro. Please. Ole! Julio Silva, thank you. Big Papa, ay, victory. Tony, Alejandro, amazing job. From our friend Ronald, thank you. Bravo. Luis Manuel Desbusto say, I may lost my prize picks, but at least the Heat won. Yeah, and you can try it again. You can try it again. Alex Zapata says, Pepas, agua para la seca. Here we go. They played the song earlier. They knew it. They were going to win. Carlos, Saturday, yes. The Golden State Warriors playing Saturday. Cuba Libre says, Dale, papi, go Heat de Los Angeles from LA. Also, we're getting people from LA as well. Kevin Clavijo, God bless everybody. Have a great night. Much love. Let's go Heat. Yeah, let's go Heat. Remember, go ahead and go check the post-up show. It's starting right away. This game is over, so they're already setting up and getting ready to start that show. Thank you very much to our friend Tony Schwartz. Remember, follow him. Let me see right there. You have his handle, so you can follow him right there. You can follow me here as well, Alejandro VG32. And we will see you guys sometime soon here on the 5 Reasons YouTube channel. Remember, on Friday, we're going to be doing the same pregame show and then the hangout during the game. Have a good night. Enjoy the show. Post-up show here on the 5 Reasons YouTube channel. Bye-bye.